Welcome back, everybody. Collider Live. It's Tuesday. Roxy got here early. She got off at the right exit, and we are started on a good note. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the show. Roxy, how you doing?
I'm getting an Instagram out this morning, not just the tweet.
I got the tweet already.
I did it.
Grouchy Macuga's in the house.
Why am I grouchy?
You're a little grouchy.
Am I?
I think so.
I don't think I'm grouchy.
This is the thing you do.
Yeah.
I know.
I'm
But
not.
I call it
you
out.
You show me a picture of three people I don't care about. You're like, what about this picture?
But him.
It's a fucking headshot.
He's
it's
on
like,
it.
It's like, oh, look at all these cool
Hey,
Game of
look,
Thrones
see?
pictures.
See?
There's 8 pictures of people in outfits.
You
Nobody
saw something in him
cares.
that I didn't see.
Yeah,
you
see
were
it.
right.
Yeah.
I thought he was in a
Actually-
great mood.
Here, show me the picture again.
No.
Cool.
Yeah, see?
I'm not in it. What do I care?
He-
The
there's di-
Steelers aren't in it.
Yeah.
People are like, I don't care.
There's different-
What
not
do
a
I
bad
don't
boy
care?
It was
shot.
legitimately
It's not a bad
3 of
boys,
your
it's not
friends.
Will.
I'm so confused.
Cool. It's a cool picture. That I'm like, like, I
There's
don't
different
care.
shades. There's different shades
What's
of Macuga.
happening?
No, there's different shades of Macuga.
I don't.
Wait, what? I'm baffled right now.
He's in the mood.
He was sitting in here, and we were being all
no,
chill.
put it up.
Here, I like this picture. This is funny. Cool, great. You show me a picture of 3 dudes holding a belt. I'm like, whoa.
You know, you like this now?
Dude.
It's funny now? You just ruined it.
Whatever. Alex, will
Alex,
be
come in
here
and
later.
fix this, please.
I'll just hold it up in front of me. It's fucking fun.
Well, you have a way of peeking into people's souls that I don't, apparently.
I just know it's
We
not
were
his
sitting
souls.
here having a lovely conversation.
It's not souls. I just know his moods. I just know his moods.
What gave it away?
It's his mood. There's shade. There's
Wow.
two, like, I was thinking about this with my wife
was
the other
crazy.
day. I know there's like, and every one of us has like 4 or 5 different personalities. Every one of us.
Split?
Not split, just different personalities. So whether you're just in there's a certain thing about him when he's in that mood, like he was in on Friday when we were laughing. There's like a Macuga glow. It's like whatever
pregnant?
whatever you throw at him, it's
Totally.
just happy, go lucky, sing, dance, everything. Then there's a mood that it's like you throw the same, like here's a biscuit, you want it, and he throws it right back and it hits you in the face, and it's then he's in that mood
He's a
today.
biscuit
He's
thrower.
You're in the biscuit throwing today.
Definitely.
What happened?
What are-
No, nothing. I'm fine. I'm kidding with you.
What are?
little bit.
Sorry.
A little sense of offensive
What are
things.
your moods?
They're all over the place. I mean, there's definitely times.
Can you
when-
identify them on yourself or
Yeah,
no?
yeah. I mean, I think that if I step out and I
Hungry?
Hungry
Well,
is.
that's a different mood.
That's the-
That's not a mood. That's me being mean
some
to.
cookies.
Yeah, I need a cookie. That's me understanding the way I get that I should not do that to people. Like I make sure. For you guys,
Yeah.
I come in and I eat fucking eggs every time before this show because
For us.
That's
I'm
why
telling
the
you,
studio
it's
stinks.
for you.
It really
Every
is
time
for
I,
us.
I
Yeah.
put gum in my mouth, I'm like, you're welcome.
Yeah, but that's
for
different.
you guys.
See, but that's different. You're farther away that you might catch a whiff. Like you'll be here if I don't eat.
Oh.
They'll feel it. I'll get comments. I'm like, oh, Harloff is
10 after 11. Show's over!
Yeah, we're done. Why? Because I don't care. I don't care about anything.
I don't want to
What
talk
are-
about this anymore. We're going to break.
What are my moods?
There's same types of things. Like you're in a good mood today.
Oh,
Yeah, you're in a
maybe
good mood
I got
today.
laid.
Did you?
No,
Oh
not for so long.
no, not for so long. Well, listen. Hey, it'll happen.
Working on it.
You're working
Working on
it.
it. I curled my hair. I put
How
on
many DMs are
deodorant.
Roxy going to get today?
Oh,
It's
she just got
for
20.
$300, no face, just boobs. Great? Cool.
So you can read my DMs, can you? Yep.
People are
I said,
creepy.
I was just going to say unbelievable.
Offer me more than that. Really? $200, a no face tip pic?
That's
I don't know.
That's happening.
When it
So-
goldfish here, when it goldfish here.
Speaking of which, so there's a couple. We played a bunch of songs yesterday. Loved the songs, and David B won the prize of having been the official song for Clickbait. And I just realized that we have opened up a fun can of worms to where there are bits on this show that can consistently become songs. Now we have like 4 songwriters that are out there doing.
Who knew? We had all these talented people out
amazing.
there.
One of them
They're
was
like
sitting in the booth.
legit good.
Yeah, and there are certain
Yeah,
things.
Alex,
Like, if
great.
we would have put that challenge onto people earlier into the show, I'm sure there would have been Win a Goldfish songs. I'm sure there would have been a lot of different things. We
Is
put
it too late?
No,
No,
for those
not anymore.
For those, maybe there'll be future songs that we can do.
Okay.
And I liked because the fans loved it. I was hearing the creative side of it. Yesterday, not even realizing it, we put a challenge out. Roxy said she wanted a song, and she did
Can I
something.
come?
And we have a song that was made by one of the same guys yesterday.
Really?
And it was the Thrawn channel. Let's go ahead and play the song that Thrawn made for Roxy. Here we go.
In a song.
Late night,
Chicken and beer, chicken and beer, clickbait, clickbait. Chicken and beer,
This song's
chicken and
great.
beer, chicken and beer, chicken and beer. Little bit of clickbait.
We're at the double deuce right now.
I was just gonna say it's the blind guy, the double
this
deuce.
is Roadhouse.
I gotta tell you, I love that song so much. I need it again.
Yeah.
I need it one more time.
I
do it.
Let's do it one
sound
more time.
amazing,
One more
right?
time.
I'm a pro.
I'm good too.
Ready?
Chicken and beer, chicken and beer, clickbait, clickbait. Chicken and beer, chicken and beer, chicken and beer, chicken and beer.
It's so stupid. I love it.
Little bit of clickbait.
Go get a pool cue and beat some people up.
Coffee, black. I thought you'd be bigger.
I was saying, I was like, I was singing it last time when I heard it. It's so good. Because have you heard it before I texted it to you?
No.
Oh, good.
No.
I would
You
have loved to
texted
see your
me and
reaction.
my whole life was made, and I was sitting with a girlfriend of mine. I opened it up, and she was like, "What is that? I like that." I was like, it's me.
Chicken and beer. So good. So anyway,
Burner.
so last night I was thinking there was I got home and I was telling my wife because we laugh about the fact that Willy Def is still walking around the place and I saw
Hello, Kristian.
Hey,
Great
how
to
are
see
you?
you.
Nice to see you. And I started singing a song and I'm like, Willy Def, Willy Def, hiding the trash, Willy Def, what you doing, Willy Def, fake smile, Mr. Willy Def, you full of shit. You full of shit. Willy Def, you full of shit. And just like that, that stupid little dumb thing, I guarantee we get like that. That song was
It's so
amazing.
good.
That what you did yesterday, I didn't expect that. That
I
may be
said
the
like
best
one
song.
thing.
It might be the best song that we've had so far.
Here's the thing too: is I don't know if Thon wrote that music or that's just the Casio like Roadhouse. The
Sound.
Yeah,
I
that
don't know.
sound like hit number 97, and you added clickbait
so
to it.
good.
Regardless, it's awesome.
It's so good.
It's so good.
Chicken and beer. It's good. It's good.
Also, why?
Yeah. I don't know if you guys liked it. Then, to be honest with you, I really don't care because I
No,
love it.
it's so good.
Yeah.
And we're all on the same team for one time.
Oh, yeah.
We all thought it was funny.
We all love it.
That's great.
I think the fans will like that one for sure. But let's see, Alex, what are they saying? Do they like the chicken and beer song, or did you tune out a long time?
He's
ago?
bitter.
But Thrawn's asking. He's in the chat right now.
Oh.
And he's asking if Roxy can do a "Can I Come" song.
Yeah.
He wants to put
Sing
it.
it. So he
Oh,
So he wants to
okay.
put together a thing. Well, you got to figure
I
it out.
need to find some
We
inspiration
got to find
for
out what it is.
it, yeah.
Yeah,
Set it up.
I
it's
can't-
supposed
I
to be
can't work like
inspiration.
this on the
Yeah, you can't just
spot.
be. You're right. Who do you think you are, Lady
Inspiration
Gaga?
isn't just thrown at you.
Yeah.
Right.
Inspiration has to be created, correlated
Over the next few
organically.
weeks.
We'll
I can
think
get
about it.
there,
Yeah. Maybe not today, but we'll figure it out. But they like the song. They like chicken and beer.
It's so good.
Okay, good. Thank you, Cody. Cody, welcome back.
Hey guys.
Cody, I heard that you called Josh McCouga a bold-faced liar.
For what?
He said that he had a very good bowling score.
Oh yeah, Pixar didn't happen.
Dude, okay, I
Tell
told
us the
Cobbs.
story.
Okay,
Tell us
so
the
here's
story.
what happened. So we go to Pins over here on Ventura,
Yeah.
right? And if you make a reservation, like say your reservation's from 8 to 10, at 10 o'clock they shut off your lane. They shut off the computer, shut everything. At 10 o'clock, the new people roll in. Okay, so. Cody and I and Cobster, on the way home from New York, started watching professional bowling together because we were all sitting next to each other. And there was this guy, and he had this. I don't know what his name. Do you remember what his name was, Cody?
No, I think it's like Trevor or something.
Yeah, just make it up.
Train,
the
whatever.
Afro guy?
But so he had these Afro picks in his back pocket, and he's a white guy. He looks just like a white Jewish guy from the Upper East Side.
Okay.
And
Oh,
when,
my tribe.
yeah. When he would get a strike, he would take his picks out and pick his fro and like point at people. And it was
Nice.
like, it
I
was
like
cool.
that, yeah.
And he was wearing basically all loudmouth looking apparel.
Right.
So I was a fan immediately. And he was bowling with two hands, and I've never seen it before. So I was like, you can do that? Right? I should have been bowling with two hands the whole
You
time.
mean grandma style between his legs?
No.
So where did you see this guy again? I'm sorry.
He was a professional bowler.
Yeah, but that's him.
That's him. That's the guy.
Oh, and he was there. He was
Yes.
okay. Let me see his
And
face.
he was competing in the
Oh, yeah.
bowling, right?
Okay.
Pull him up.
I see.
Look, there he is.
Right.
Look at that.
Oh, and
beauty.
he was at the place you guys
Look,
went to.
and see how he's
Yes,
throwing
yeah,
it
yeah,
like
yeah,
that?
I see it, yeah.
Okay.
That's legal.
It's legal.
Okay.
Okay, so he's a professional bowler.
Very effective.
Okay. Well, apparently.
So the first game, I rolled the first couple frames, my normal, and I'm just not very good at bowling. And I was like, you know what? F it. I'm going to start rolling two-handed. Dude, By the end of that first game, I was on fire. My buddy was like, I'm going to start bowling two-handed. So all the guys were just bowling two-handed, throwing. It curves perfectly down the lane. Cody, I went spare.
Well, here he goes.
Turkey.
So
Here,
this is
look at him.
so this is on ESPN?
Yeah.
CBS.
His
CBS.
name's Kyle Troop.
Kyle Troop. All right.
Yeah.
So now he's doing the...
And that's loudmouth apparel.
right, so he's just
there.
kind of like throwing the ball.
it. And look at
Oh,
it.
yeah, but it moves.
It
Were you
moves.
hooking it like that, Josh?
What's up?
Were you hooking it?
Dude,
like
I was bending it like Beckham.
Oh, I'm so proud of you.
Right?
Right.
So the first time I throw it down, my buddy Tanner was like, "Holy cow, it moved! It moved!"
Right.
Because Cody can roll the ball, he can curve it, right?
Damn right I can.
But it's,
Yeah,
but it's really hard to
Right.
curve a ball with one hand. At least
Right.
it is for me. But so with two hands, I was rolling this thing. All of a sudden, I went spare, turkey, spare, strike. I am on fire. Now my buddy's freaking out. But now I'm seeing on the screen that we have like 12 minutes, 10 minutes. And the guy's like, just so you know, 10 o'clock, everything shuts down.
Right.
Legitimately bowl the last ball in the 10th frame. We are running through and I'm closing out things and my buddy's freaking out. But there's 6 of us and all the girls aren't paying attention and like the time is going down and we have these teenagers with us because my friend has 2 teenage daughters and yada, yada, yada. And they're not paying attention. I was like, hurry up. This could be the greatest game of my life. I roll the last one. I look up and Tanner's like, 211. Shut off.
You broke 200, huh?
Broke 200.
Oh, I'm so
they
happy.
shut off the screen. They didn't save anything. I couldn't take a picture. None of the girls thought it was cool at all. And like all the guys were hugging each other. Like it was the greatest
Cody,
bowling
Yeah,
game
I
of
don't
our
think it's
life.
very
Cody,
cool.
do you believe
Yeah.
the story?
Sorry.
There's so many details there that I think I have to believe it.
Okay.
Do that or it's a great lie.
Well, he's a
dude.
good liar.
Yeah, I mean, I want to play you now. We got to go back.
Cody, I'm
can
telling you,
can we tape it?
The amount of like satisfaction you get by that curve and how I perfected the two-handed bowl. I mean, I felt fantastic.
Wow.
What is the bottom hand doing?
It's in the 2 holes. I know this is like very sexual, but I put it barely in the 2 holes. I put the top one over and just like throw it with both hands.
There's your song. It'll be very
And
out of
just
context, but it'll be still funny.
Cody picking up spares like it was my job. I mean, just rolling. I even picked up like a 2-5-7 split or whatever.
Rolling,
nice.
rolling, rolling.
Yeah.
He's rolling, rolling, rolling.
No, almost. That's
Can I
not the-
come?
No,
Can
no. Why didn't you? Because he wasn't doing it right. Okay. Yosh. Okay, so let's move on. I don't even know what we're talking about.
I told you. So I went back.
Your mood's coming back, by the way.
See, well, you know.
You talked about bowling, and
Yeah.
now you're happy again.
So I went back and my.
Turn this guy off now.
He's awesome. It's Kyle
Yeah,
Troop.
I like him.
Also,
but-
he's
but-
not a Jew.
You don't
You
think
don't
so?
Nope.
Okay.
He just has sweet hair.
Takes one to know one.
Oh, okay.
I don't know that for fact, but
Wow. All right.
So
just don't think it.
So I went back and I had the picture of the German exchange program that I went in high school, and I looked up the girl's name that called me Yosh.
Oh.
She was a larger German girl,
Yeah.
and she had this like long curly dark hair.
Yeah, I know
and her
Yosh.
name was Christine. But that's like Christine, but
Right.
in German you pronounce all the syllables. And she was the one that called me Yosh. And so I texted my buddies from high school. I was like, "Do you guys remember Christina?" And they all just responded with big Y, Yosh, 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 Yosh.
Yosh. That was my favorite part of that one song. It just it just ends with Yosh. I don't know.
You don't know.
I don't know.
You don't know what?
I'm trying to figure out what the hell
happened?
where we're gonna go.
Very sexy. I can give you guys a highlight of my night last night.
What'd you do?
Okay. First of all, I watched the Favorite.
Yeah, you didn't like it. None of it.
Not
See, I liked a lot of
Why'd
it.
you say it
Hated
like
the
that?
end.
Because it's spelled not like we spell favorite.
Same thing like
We're
like
stupid
like
Americans.
rumor.
Rumauer.
Yeah.
Rumauer.
Theater.
Theater. No, it's we
You
spell
know,
theater the
RE.
same way.
Sometimes they go RE.
Oh, really? So didn't like the favorite, but I would say last night's episode of The Bachelor was on point. He sent 2 girls home. Everybody was crying. Every girl, when they're getting eliminated, I've never seen this before. Every girl's getting eliminated going, "There's a lot of girls here, not for the right reason." And 3 straight girls said it.
But wait a minute. Here's the thing with this show. I told you, my wife watched.
You watched it last night?
No, I was working and I had my headphones on, and I could see the reflection of the show out the window as I'm typing. But what I did see, and this is crazy, and this you don't have to be a fan because I'm like, why are they talking about bachelors? There's nothing I want to hear about.
Hey, Stern talks
Don't worry
about Bachelor. People
I
talk
don't-
about
I don't,
Bachelor.
I don't care about here's the thing that I want them to know, because the preview of next week is the only thing that I caught. And now this guy who looks like a
Colton?
Hulk, no, like Colton, who looks like a Incredible Hulk version of Matt Hughes.
Yeah.
And he's tall. He's like 6'2", 6'3". He's a football player, right?
Played professional football.
Whatever.
Right.
So at the end of this episode, I don't know, some stupid drama happens with the girls, and I don't know why. It's out of context. I don't give a shit. All I know is that this guy gets pissed off and he leaps over a wall.
Yeah.
and it's not like a little wall.
No.
And it's not like one of these things to where I look over because my wife said
Like running away from something leaps
Yes.
over?
yes. He's
But
running
it's
away
like
from-
a 7-foot wall.
He's running away from like production or something or whatever he's running away from. And normally when that happens, it's funny and it's humorous because the guy looks like a moron because he's doing. This looked like an Avenger jumping over a wall, and
Everybody's talking about it.
Is it real?
The fence jump. Everybody's talking about
Wow.
Because it
It's that
happens.
virgin power.
Listen, man,
Virgin
it happened. It's like within seconds. It's not like okay, the guy's like climb. I've hopped over a wall. I told the story where I wanted to get.
Can we pull it up? There's got to be
you
some
can pull up-
YouTube
you can-
of it.
Yeah, just type in Colton jumps over wall. It's probably
Sorry, Cody.
gone everywhere. I jumped over a wall when I told you that story when I ran away
I've
from that
tried
girl,
too.
and it was not a leap. It was a climb.
Mm-hmm.
This
Go
was
that bottom left,
that's
right
it.
there, that one. Yeah.
Watch this dude. He leaps
Watch it.
over the wall.
I mean, it
Here,
is really
can you zoom
good.
it in so that people can try to see it? Hopefully, everyone's crying.
wait.
Everyone's crying on this show. He cries all the time.
Oh,
anyway,
he's a crier,
He was
yeah.
crying before the show even started.
Is he cool?
Oh, he pushes
He's
this girl
he's
away.
actually somewhat likable.
Watch, right here.
Here it is.
Right
Watch.
Here. What? Oh, right.
Look at that wall.
It's a huge
Go back one more
wall.
time.
Real quick, go back. Just
I mean, that's. I don't care if you like the show. The guy leaped over a wall.
okay. Here, he's pissed here.
Yeah.
We haven't seen this episode yet. This
No.
is supposedly
Watch.
next
Look at
week.
that wall.
1, 2, 3.
That's it.
That's
That's a 3 move.
He's Hawkeye with a bow and arrow
Yeah.
on himself.
That girl, what just happened? That's
So-
me.
Yeah.
So
Guy
Chris
leaped the
Harrison
wall.
was talking about it on Dan Patrick
About leaping
last
the
week,
wall?
leaping the wall.
Yeah.
Because Dan was like, we haven't seen the fence jump. What happened? Or you can't tell. But he's like, listen, when he jumped that fence, things happen, and all the production crew, even myself, were trying to jump that fence like Colton, and nobody could do it. Chris Harrison said it took him like 7 to 8 tries to even get over the
Chris
fence.
Harrison's also like 47 years old.
Yeah.
Like, this kid's like 23 years old, but
Yeah.
he's like built like
23?
something like that, 25,
25,
whatever he is. He's built like a brick shit house, and he jumped. I mean, look, I don't give a shit about the show. I saw a wall leap,
Yep.
and I said to him, rewind that.
Yeah.
Because that looked, I mean, like
That's
I
insane.
said, that's a superhero.
I've, jumped over fences in my life. You've jumped over walls.
Yeah.
I've tried to climb up walls. I tried to jump a wall in Italy and ended up in the hospital. Like, we've tried to jump walls. It doesn't happen like that.
You climb up, you get like
He
what I
lifted.
did.
He did a lift and pivot.
Yeah, what I did is when I told the story, and
Pommel
again,
horse.
this is 10 years ago when I did my leap over the wall.
Yeah.
And I'm climbing up the wall. I said, good, I made it out.
Yeah.
I did not do.
And it also probably doesn't look good. It's like
I had to stick my foot onto another wall
Yeah.
to jump over
You
to
look like
position
Spider
it.
Pig trying to get over
it's
things.
not smooth.
It was actually I will say this. It was a good move, but it was more like a rock climber move to where I had
Yeah.
to make like 6 moves to get over the wall. This motherfucker did it in like 2.5.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's a move.
Was that upper body
Yeah.
strength?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
everything.
incredible.
It was impressive. That's what everyone's
had
talking
some
about.
hops, too.
Yeah, he gets away from the crying. Like,
Yeah.
he can get away, he cries every. I mean, it's like you want mustard, he cries. But it's like it's like, he cries.
During the show, I'm usually texting Tim Geddes from Kind of Funny, right? He
Yes.
and I are like, he's the only dude I know that watches Bachelor outside of the people that we sit
text
and watch.
Jared.
Right?
Live.
Well, Jared's already seen the episodes. He doesn't watch them live. He can't
'cause he
actually get the
knows them.
screeners because they have to
Right.
write things for
Right.
it and everything, right? So,
Also, he's probably not going to talk the same kind of ish with you.
right,
No.
exactly. No, I
He
bet
would.
I
Off
bet he
camera?
would. Yeah.
Yeah, he would.
I bet he would.
Yosh.
Yeah.
Yo, shows.
Yes. But so Tim and I are texting. I was like,
It's
we
so
should
good.
make a shirt.
Yosh.
Yeah.
Yosh. I love it.
But we were talking, and I was like, do you think you could do that? And he's like, he's 28, 29. He's like, there's no possible
No
way.
chance.
That is an athletic move.
Yeah.
Now, listen, we call him, quote unquote, a football player because he played on like the practice squad for the Chargers.
Is that what it
No
was?
big deal.
Okay.
Yeah.
He still made it.
That's
Yeah.
that's an athletic move.
I'm
right
just
there.
saying though, and I know that the chat right now is probably like, I could do it. You can do shit. I don't care what you think you could do. There's no way you could do that.
But I will say the highlight of a Bachelor season I've ever seen was last night. There was this girl. Her name's Demi.
I saw her
Did you
trending
see it?
everywhere. No, I have no idea who this is, but Demi was the #1 trending
Which
thing on
one's
Twitter
this?
for like
So
4 hours.
On Bachelor, Demi.
Yeah.
Okay, so Demi is a hot mess, and her mom was in prison when the show started. Okay?
Right. I saw those phone
Yeah, he
calls
was a
stuff.
felon.
People
Right,
are saying
so-
she's gonna be the next Bachelorette.
Oh no.
No way. No way.
Okay.
No.
Why? What happened?
So she's too much of a hot mess to be the Bachelorette. There's no way. But so they're on a group date. It's not even a one-on-one. And she's like, my mom just got out of prison. Can we call her? And Colton's like, yes. right? So
He doesn't hide. He doesn't hide.
No,
he
he's
doesn't try.
bad.
Yeah, he doesn't try to be.
The show is either him smirking like,
right,
or him showering. There's no in
No, I
between,
saw.
right?
Here's the one thing that I did see.
He's showering all the time.
Here's like I said, I catch glimpses of it as I
Yeah.
walk through. Because my wife watches it on Monday, so I'll catch glimpses. And what I did catch, I think this might have been last week. The thing you get when I worked on the show, the thing that they love to do is like there'll be two girls who are just fighting in the middle and everyone's watching it, and then the Bachelor usually comes in and goes, "Okay, listen, guys, calm down. I want you both to be here." This dude's like, "No." He goes,
Go.
He sat down, he watched the fight between the two of them, then he said, "Fuck this." Took off in the middle of the argument. The girls both tried to like Colton. He's like, "I'm good." Leaves and then gets rid of them both.
Both.
Like,
Knocks them both
I like
out.
that.
Yeah.
I like that about the kid.
Right?
And one of them was Demi?
No.
Oh.
There was like the
Right.
girl from Miami and the other girl. So she calls, and you can see on his face, he's like, "Yeah, cool." So then after the group date, he goes on a one-on-one with whatever, and after the group date, she goes to try to his hotel room to like basically take his virginity. That's what she says on the show.
The prison lady's daughter.
Daughter,
Yeah.
correct. Her name's Demi.
Yeah.
She's from Texas, and she the whole show has always been acting like, "Yo, I'm definitely gonna be the first one to bang Colton.
Oh.
Like I'm taking his V
All
card."
right.
She was saying it on the first episode, right? So she
I want
goes.
to see a picture. Will
I'm
you
pretty
pull her
sure
up,
that's
Cody?
what happened.
You can pull up Demi. She's very small, very petite. She's just way too crazy. Whatever. So, and if she becomes the Bachelor, I owe you lunch. I already buy your lunches half the time anyway. But so
True.
Demi, she goes over to
she's Demi
Colton's,
now.
or
All
Demi,
right.
whatever.
Whatever.
She goes to his hotel room,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Yeah, come on in."
Oh, I know who this person is.
Do you know this one?
Yeah. I've seen it. She annoys the shit out of
Yeah,
him.
she's crazy. There's no way she can be the Bachelorette. There's just no possible way.
No, she's the villain. She'll be on Bachelor Pad or Bachelor in Paradise.
She'll
Yeah.
crush Paradise.
She's very pretty, though.
Nah.
Eh.
Yeah, she looks like a stick.
Yeah, she's very small. Like,
Yeah.
So she goes to Colton's room, and she is saying to the camera, "I'm taking his V card," and he's like, "Come on in." And she goes like make a move, and he's like, "Why don't we sit down?" And he like pushes her to the couch, kind of not like pushes her, but she
just
goes
like,
make a move, and they sit down.
He's like,
and
"I'm good."
And they're talking whatever, and then all of a sudden he's like, "Yeah, I just don't see our relationship going anywhere." And she just does the face palm. She's like, "Oh no!"
In the middle of the room.
In the middle.
Oh,
of the
I didn't
room.
watch any of this,
And then
yeah.
he's like, "All right, you want me to walk you out?" She's like, "Cool." And he's like, closes his hotel room. And she goes back and starts crying to the girls that she went there to.
This is
take
why I
his-
like the guy. He's like, because I saw this thing.
Goodbye.
This is the thing that happened. You can answer this because I don't understand still. Like when this happens all the time. It doesn't only shows in general.
It's a vagina question?
I guess, like, to where the woman was saying, I heard some lady is, again, I hear glimpses of this show.
I love it. Some lady. It's
Some-
like Karen in accounting's on the Bachelor.
I don't know who she is.
Colton!
But she says, there's all I hear, and I've heard it. You can handpick of any season. It happens every season or in life. And the girl goes, "Wait a minute, how come he's not?" I feel like our relationship isn't progressing like everyone else because he's not as attracted to you as everyone else.
Yeah.
You're not going if he hasn't already taken you out or if he doesn't. It's plain and simple.
So as insecure as some women are, it doesn't like cross people's mind that they're less attractive. That's a weird thing to say, but like,
but not less attractive.
No, we're not saying
I'm
that
saying
they're less attracted to us. Like,
yeah,
you come up with every excuse possible other than that.
Look, if you're on a game show where the dude is going out with everyone,
it's a game show.
Yeah, and the game show guy doesn't pick you for at least 5 episodes, go home or stay there to be on that beach show as long as you can. Be a villain because that's how you're going to do it. Don't try to like marry the guy because it's not going to work. He doesn't care about you.
Did you see He's Just Not That Into You?
Yes.
It's the name of this whole show.
Yes.
It's so accurate.
Yeah.
Because no
Just
matter
give it up.
what, like we will make up, and obviously there's vast generalization,
Right.
every other excuse but that.
Yeah, because
my name, he just didn't think of it at that time, or like he was trying to be fair to the other women.
no,
or
Wall
whatever
Jump
it
wants
is.
nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
What he wants.
Wall
to,
Jump is his new name. I
This
like
is his
it.
name.
Yeah.
What he wants to do, like I said, he's honest with you. He sends you right home. So this stupid thing. It's
He's
like
been cutting. He's been
left and
cutting
right.
left and right. But the thing about Colton too is that
what's his last name?
Hayes?
Underwood, I think. Colton Underwood,
close.
something like that.
Wall jumping
I made
under.
it
Wall
up.
jumping Underwood.
Why did I think Hayes?
All these girls.
Matt Hughes, whatever.
All these girls are, and he's so into me. And then if they go back and watch his one-on-one with Hannah G last night, they are just making out in like mud in a shower on a table.
He likes who he likes.
Yeah, the other girls. One girl has never been kissed until 2 episodes ago, and she looks like Kim Basinger.
It does drive
Doesn't
me nuts
make sense
because I know how the production. By the way, I can predict the winner. I've predicted
Who
the
is
winner.
it?
It's the first impression rounds. It's Hannah G. Guaranteed.
Is it who's the teacher?
Cassie,
The
the
teacher's
speech
gonna-
therapist,
teacher's
you
gonna
think
win.
So?
I-
I don't know. She's kind of two-faced.
Listen, I have picked the winner for the last 5 things, and I've watched 2 episodes because I know how the production works.
Yeah.
And I know how it works. I know how they set it up. That girl wins. I guarantee you.
The
All right.
teacher?
Yeah, the teacher.
What happened to Hannah G?
And she's also the most attractive.
Hannah G is a content creator, and I shouldn't speak ill because I've met Hannah G. She's a movie
Yeah.
model.
Who
She's
is
a
Hannah G?
sweetheart.
Who is that?
She's the one that went on the 101. She's got these big, beautiful eyes. She's like a very petite little blonde girl, and the whole time last night she's just making out with Colton. Mud
Who's the
bath,
model with the bad
sauna.
skin? Who's that one?
Model with the bad skin.
There's like the war, the 2 wars.
She's gone.
Should they get rid of her?
Yeah.
All right. All right, I don't care anymore. All right, let's move on now to some movie news because I swear what I am going to do is laugh at how many Bachelor Talk.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Here we go.
Let's get an update from Alex. in
That
the
to
chat.
me was more entertaining than half the movie conversations that we have.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
So I got one tweet yesterday from one person that said, "What do you guys expect? It's Will Smith. He's blue. You wanted a non-animated movie." I was like, I don't think I said that.
Yeah.
But I did say that. You know what? Never mind.
No.
I can't get into it.
It's the best. Cody, your sound bites were missed yesterday, my friend.
Good to be back.
I
you.
like the
Where'd
tweet
you go?
that.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Sorry, where'd you go?
My mom was in town, so I was hanging
Oh,
out.
that's nice.
Aw.
Family time.
Straight out of Norco.
Pretty close with the fam?
Yeah, they just moved out of state, so I don't see them as
Oh,
much.
where did they move?
Up to Idaho for work.
No, Idaho.
No, I've been to Idaho recently.
Good drive,
So,
Roxy.
It's a good one,
are you,
Roxy.
you gonna go visit?
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll be driving up there during the summer.
That's a drive.
I like to drive.
All right. Well, I'm very proud of
judge
you.
me.
Idaho's
I'm not judging.
very far.
It is.
It's like 10 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My in-laws do it all the time.
The Macuga family has
They
decided.
live in Idaho?
My sister-in-law does. Yeah.
The Macuga family has decided. This Macuga family, Amanda and I, have decided that we no longer will do road trips over 6 hours because once we hit like hour 6 minutes, 6 hours, 6:15, we start hating each other, and
Right.
then that's when it goes dark. Quick.
Listen. And then you get down the road to where you have the kids, and then the wife thinks it's going to be a romanticized thing. Well, I used to do road trips with my family. It's going to be so nice. And then you got the baby in the back. Ah! Caca! Caca! That's just a cracker. Caca! Caca! No more fucking crackers! Caca!
Why do you think Sleep in the Hallway was
I know.
created? Because the
Gaga.
Macugas had gone on a road trip, and that was
Yeah.
the boiling point.
Yeah.
And now the younger one runs the house.
Sure.
The year and a half runs the house. Now she's smashing Cheerios.
That's my kind of
That was the
gal.
best video.
She's
so
sitting in her chair and she's like,
focused.
Boom, and just smashing.
Yeah.
Just face, just
And
smashing
then
it.
she giggles.
She loves it.
Yeah.
She was so content. So it's
great.
Yeah, thank you, Robbie. What the hell is going on in movie news? Is anything even happening?
Yeah, there's some
What's
stuff
happening?
happening. Paramount finally announced. They're feeling very confident about this.
no.
Coming to America 2 has a release date.
Which is?
August 7th, 2020. Craig Brewer directing.
We got to get him
We
on.
like Craig Brewer.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes,
good
we
buddy,
need to get
dude.
him on. Come on. We need to get,
Well,
let's do that.
I'll reach out to him, but the thing is, he's probably there in pre-production.
Pre-production
right now. So I would love to have Craig Brewer back on. He's a great dude.
Maybe you can call.
Well,
What's- no. I'd like to have him in studio. He's here now. I mean, 'cause
he's finishing up. He just directed
show.
Eddie Murphy and Dolomite Is My Name.
that's cool.
And that's yeah.
I wonder if that's how the movie came about. I wonder if they were.
This
Chatting
is
on
yes
set.
because Eddie Murphy has a great relationship with him, and
Yeah.
I think that's what happened. And the Blackish creator Kenyon Barris wrote the script.
Okay.
And I think Eddie Murphy loved his time with Brewer. And then
Good
here we
dude,
go.
man. Yeah, I like Brewer a lot. I'm gonna reach out to him to get him on the show. We've had him. He was on Schmoedows a handful of times, and he's a good guy. I would
Yeah.
people give that Footloose. They don't give that Footloose remake a chance.
It's
actually
good.
one of the better remakes.
It really is one of the better remakes. But I adore the original,
course.
so I'm like,
Of course.
it's fine. But
Yeah.
for remakes, yeah, not bad.
He's just a really good director. So we're getting it in 2020, August of 2020. I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think the original came out in August of '88. I believe.
Let me look.
I
Yeah,
believe.
something you just said
Sounds
it.
right.
Double check.
It
double
was
check.
1988 for sure.
Yeah,
but-
just see what it might have been earlier in the summer. I remember it being a summer movie though, because I remember seeing that movie.
Coming to America was the first R-rated movie that my parents accidentally let us watch.
So
you know,
good.
it's really
June
great.
26th.
It was a June. All right, well, it's close.
That's close
You were
enough.
close.
I knew it was summer.
Still summer,
I
yeah.
knew it was summer. I just
Hey,
didn't-
if it was Schmoedown, you would have gotten it right.
I would have gotten it wrong.
Which is
You
weird.
said
I
1988.
said the year. That's true.
You know what always, and I know
Yosh.
this is
Yosh. Sorry.
This always sounds kind of closed-minded and whatever, But when movies come out in the summer and they take place mostly in the winter, my brain doesn't equate that well.
Yeah.
And Die Hard came out in the summertime.
Right.
Yep.
Coming to America, a very wintry movie. I mean, it's snows on the ground.
Yes.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
snows
yeah.
on the
Oh, yeah.
ground the whole time.
I agree with you.
Right?
Yeah. I have a hard time with that. Or any holiday movies that come out at the wrong holiday
yeah.
time.
Yeah.
that
Sometimes when a
really-
Christmas movie comes out like in summer,
Summer,
it
That I
throws you
can't
off.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, sometimes they gear it toward they want it to come out on Blu-ray,
Yeah.
so they release it in summer. Sometimes they do that. So, well, that's cool. I'm looking forward to the. It's not a remake; it's a sequel. But is there any news on the story? Okay,
yeah.
tell me
So
what it is.
Akeem has he realized he has a long lost son back in America, and so he
Okay.
comes back to find him.
Back in America. How's
I'm
that
wondering.
happen?
Yeah, I know. I'm wondering if his
Didn't he
marriage
take Lisa?
didn't.
He took Lisa back.
He took
Yeah.
Lisa back. I wonder if it didn't work.
Zamunda.
Yeah.
She moved back to McDowell's, run the family, and has the son.
Lisa's still around, by the way. She popped up in a show recently, and she looks good.
That's the only thing
Really?
because
What?
Yeah,
Do
I've
you remember
seen her
what show?
in
No.
Bring up the actress Cody if you can, or Alex Over's doing that in the back to where the
What is her-
IMDb.
what is her first name?
Just go to
Lisa.
Coming to America on IMDb and look at the actress that played Lisa, and then look up her credits because she was on something recently. I said, oh, that's Lisa.
Not
And-
enough coming to America questions in Schmoedown. I
No,
I could
I
praise that.
agree.
I don't know
Yeah.
if Skolisky has seen it, but he's seen the Rescuers. I'll
Seen
tell you
Bolt.
that. Rescuers. I when we so
You've
we
seen
had,
the other guys a
By
lot.
the way, we had a match.
I love the other guys.
I do too.
Shara
I like it too.
Shara Headley. There you go, Roka.
Sherry Headley.
Headley.
Heedley.
Yeah. So
was
let's,
she on?
let's see. Can we go into was it Goose? It might have been Goosebumps 2.
Were
Maybe
you
that-
watching Switched at Birth?
No, it might have been Goosebumps 2. That's what it was. It wasn't a TV show. It was Goosebumps 2. I did see it. That's what it was, and she was in that.
10 Things I Hate About You?
Yeah, she's still around. So why not use Lisa
Oh, dude, look.
to be in the new one?
26 episodes of All My Children.
Children.
I loved All My Children growing up. Oh, my
I
God.
mean, come on. If you got
Oh,
Lisa,
Bold and the
use her.
Beautiful.
What's the deal with that?
What's the deal
Lisa?
with Lisa?
Well, that's the only
She
woman.
here? Is she there? Where is she?
That's the only woman he hooked up with in the movie.
Right.
Unless there was something that happened.
Exactly,
Unless they're
no.
going
With the
with.
sister. Maybe the sister. Remember the sister snuck into his room or something. I don't know.
That
Maybe
would be
happened.
an interesting.
My name is
what a weird
Peaches,
twist.
and I'm the best.
Yeah.
All the other DJs want to feel my breasts.
Yeah, that's right. Love it, Lisa McDowell. It was
And
a
I
big
want to
role.
tear him
Yeah.
apart.
I would love to see. Lisa return. I wonder if they're going to do it. But
Have
it
you
probably
seen
won't.
Coming to America?
course.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
I
It's
just
the
didn't want
best.
you sitting there like Dorian not seeing movies.
I know.
He beat Joe Lewis's ass.
No, I see like so many. I see tons of movies. I just suck at trivia.
Yeah.
Got it.
Will
Yeah.
the Barbers come back? You think they got her?
Oh, they got to.
But
Yeah.
how they?
But
gotta-
they were so
be
old
dead.
in
20
the
years old.
movie.
That'd be funny if they were really old.
I put nothing but juices and berries.
Yeah. And will they bring back Randy?
Randy Watson and Sexual Chocolate? You got
They gotta bring him back, right?
Yeah,
That boy's
100%.
good.
What if Randy Watson had a hit? Like, what if he had
One
hit and it
Do you
was
bring back Eric LaSalle?
God,
You have
right?
to.
Maybe one of our fans will write the hit.
McDowell.
I don't know.
You got to bring back the McDowells.
Well, the McDowell, John Amos is dead.
oh, well, that's right.
Yeah.
So, but the
can
family
still run
business, I
McDowell's.
guess.
Yeah. Interesting. James Earl Jones, he's still around. Interesting. Look, I'm excited about it. I think it could be cool.
I am too.
All right, what's next? Sorry.
Should that be the next millennial must-watch for Dorian? Has he seen Coming to America?
I don't
'Cause
know.
He hasn't.
I'll find
feel
out.
like
Yes,
he
find out. That's
has.
a. I don't know. That's a good one because.
Yeah,
because
we're
we-
talking about. I mean, he's just now watching, I believe, Office Space.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
I don't know his taste though, man. He just watched. What did he just watch that he said was this all right? He just watched Silence of the Lambs.
Silence of
just
the Lambs.
all right.
Yeah, he didn't.
But would you picture him loving Silence of the Lambs?
No.
I think he likes. I mean, people who like movies like a good movie,
Yeah.
and that's a good movie.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I will say, Silence of the Lambs is
Put some lotion
it's a
in the
slow
basket.
burn for a
Yeah.
lot of people, and I think maybe for Dorian, I think when that body gets thrown in the van, he's like, "Oh, here comes an episode of Agents of Shield." No, that's not it.
Right.
Because in that show, they're always throwing people in vans.
Yeah.
Always. That's every
van
episode.
show?
Somebody gets thrown in a van.
I've only
jumping over
seen
walls.
7 episodes,
Correct.
and that's true.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
valid.
Yeah.
It's the van show. Why does
The van pulls
yeah.
up, throws somebody in. You're at Shield now.
Can somebody text Dorian and ask? I'm curious
I'm
if
sure
he's
he's
seen
listening.
it.
Yeah, you just slack him. See
Dorian, knock once if you've seen it.
just
Hold on. I have a
I
slack.
would say ask him to scream, but this
Yes.
is, I can't even imagine Dorian screaming. It's like scream.
You've seen.
Hey.
Hold on.
Ask
You've
Dorian.
seen-
Ask Satin to scream for you.
He doesn't need to scream. Just tell
Says-
Sadden to say hello.
There it is.
Can hear it in the 3 buildings over.
Can we put like a
So true.
remix of Screams, Sleep in the Hallway, and Yosh Yosh Yosh?
Yosh yosh.
You know,
Yosh
shit. You
yosh.
want the
Yosh yosh.
you want the cookie?
I said
some
yes.
cookies?
I would like some.
I said, yeah.
What about milk?
You want a glass of milk? I said,
I
yeah.
said yeah.
I said, yeah. You know,
Okay, during
yeah, you don't like that clip? Well, what else do you expect me to say?
You better listen, Jack.
I'm sorry.
during the scene Coming to America.
Oh,
Yeah,
of
I
course.
thought
All right.
so.
Okay, you have to.
You have to see that movie.
Listen,
That's
Jack.
required viewing growing up. And you hit that certain age where you have to do the run of Eddie Murphy movies.
My brother made me.
Cody, which one of those clips makes you giggle the most that you like to play the most? I'm curious.
You garbage? You want to call garbage, boy?
That's a good one.
I love the bit.
That's a good one, too.
That's my favorite.
I don't know if anything will top 8-9 for me.
It's good.
Yeah, 8-9.
9?
Nine's good.
It's good.
That's good.
I really wish that you guys knew
Eighth.
what went into the recording of that.
And then the fact that you
You were
couldn't use
so
them.
into it.
I know.
You were trying so hard to
It was
hit
for
it.
my little niece's birthday. I was
Yeah.
trying to like make her birthday
Nine?
perfect.
And who knew it would live in infamy?
Yeah, it's my favorite.
8, 9. How many? 9 seems intense.
9th.
I use
All
it
right.
in my everyday
Nine.
life on any show I'm on or anywhere I am, and somebody says something, I'm like, 8? People are like, no, I just said 7.
Here's the worst
Eighth.
part: is I give it to Copster and he doesn't even make a joke, and I don't even hear that it's a joke until I come onto the show a day late.
Yeah, it's the best.
I could just
I forgot how
picture your
long the clip
face.
is.
It's trying to nail the inflection.
What'd you say, Cody?
I forgot how long the clip is. It's like 20 seconds if you try.
It's so good.
You just let the whole clip run. Oh, it's so good.
It's so
yeah, it's
good.
good.
I'm
Look,
sweating.
Yeah, people. There's been.
What's your
there's-
favorite?
I'm really 9's good, but I'm really starting to love Cookie.
Yeah.
I'm starting to love it.
Want some cookies?
I said
said
yes.
yeah.
You want some milk?
You want a glass of milk? I said, yeah.
Do you have a green card?
Yeah, well, that one we didn't pull. But
I said yes. I
there's
did
some
not.
good ones. Yeah, I mean, obviously, the
I like how he says milk. You want a glass of milk?
he
want a
lead,
glass of milk?
You know, he led with that.
I said, yeah.
We always play him backwards, but he led with the milk, and then it went
Wow.
to cookies. Yeah, I watched the full clip.
The
of
more you know.
Because you would think that you would start with cookies.
Yeah.
Because cookies go
That's
with
what I
milk.
thought.
No, I
Yeah.
wouldn't think so.
I always
Milk
thought
and cookies.
the way that
That's
I
true.
envisioned this magic thing happening was that he went, "You want some cookies?" I said, "Yes." "You want some milk?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "You have your green card?" I said, "Of course I did not have my green card." It didn't happen like that.
No.
it didn't happen. But I like the romanticized version of it.
Revisionist
So it's
history.
still it's good.
Revisionist
Wow,
So I
that's
like
what
that.
I remember too.
Yeah, but it's good.
Right now, Derek!
Who the fuck is Derek? Where'd he come from?
Not right now, Derek!
All
That's gotta be the same Ben people.
Same guy. They're obsessed with this guy.
Who is this guy?
He's a YouTuber, right, Codes?
Yeah, Olin Rogers. He's a comedian, but back in the day, he had a YouTube channel called Balloon Shop. Me and Copster watch all of his videos.
You love it.
Yeah, it's great.
You get your inspiration from him.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Nice.
A lot of those clips remind me of the amateur hour film.
Hey, Alex.
Hi, Alex. Alex.
Hey, Ben.
No, not Ben. Ben's not here. How about Alex? Alex, what are you doing with yourself?
Wait, what are you talking about?
What are you doing with yourself? What's the latest and greatest in Marzona world?
What are you talking
Warzone,
about?
yeah.
Not today. It's not.
Oh my god. I'm writing a new song.
Okay.
I saw
Should
Alita
we
Battle
let?
Angel.
Yeah, I know you loved it, right?
Yeah, I loved it. It's great.
I don't know if I got that far.
Wow.
I'm gonna go that far. I don't know if I'm gonna call it great. I think that there's a lot of cool stuff in it. I do want to see a second one. But,
Oh yes, definitely. Oh, you know, also Christian, I saw The Wife, and
Yeah.
that movie is great. I love that movie too.
It was great.
it's really good.
Yeah, Jonathan Price is awesome.
I like how excited you're getting today, buddy.
Yeah.
Nice. All right, Alex. Cool.
Can you
Thank
give us a little taste of your new song? Can you give
Yeah.
us
What
like
is
a
it?
little like
yeah,
a?
give us a little. Cut it down there, man. Let's
I mean,
let's
we
hear
don't
it.
want to get copyrighted.
No. I want to hear. Let's hear the chops.
It's not finished at all.
How dare?
Who's
How dare you?
that
I mean,
tall?
it's like 30% done.
Okay.
I
well,
have the melody, I have the beats, I just have to write the
can you
lyrics.
sing a Yosh
Nice.
Yosh song then?
Yosh, Yosh, Yosh.
It's
pretty good.
That's good. Okay, good.
Yosh,
All right. So, what else is going on in the world of movie news?
Well, it's official. The Wrap reports that Aquaman co-writer David Leslie Johnson McGoldrick is coming back to pen the sequel.
Okay.
Yeah, so he's beginning work on Aquaman 2. James Wan is still uncertain if he's signing on to direct, but he will probably.
Yeah.
But he will produce.
What about
There-
the trench?
The
That's still
Trench is happening.
That's still
and
happening.
I know.
The
There
Trench
were-
is also happening with this thing. So.
I loved how many headlines saying finally Aquaman 2 sequel moving forward. And
I know,
was
it came out in December.
The movie is still in theaters.
Yeah.
What,
I think
why
it's-
are all these articles after so long? Finally,
It's
what?
because it blew up, and it's like you would think you'd get the announcement right as it crossed a
Right.
billion. Like, oh no, it's happening. We got the trench
Well,
news before Aquaman
yeah,
2.
I guess, but still.
What I'm confused about is they didn't lock Juan down to a sequel right away.
The first report came that
They
they're
didn't lock Patty down.
that they're
right
looking
away.
for writers.
Stupid.
That
Yeah.
they were looking for writers to start developing it, but they hadn't pulled the trigger yet. And that James Wan said he wanted to wait for a script before he signed on.
That's fair.
Do you guys want to know bad news? I still haven't seen Creed 2 or Aquaman.
Well, you'll see both soon. 'cause
Jason
they're both coming on
Aquaman?
Blu-ray.
Oh wow.
Jason Aquaman is still my favorite lawyer, but I have not seen Aquaman.
Thank you. There's a couple things that I did want to talk about before we jump in. Do we have anything else, like little shit that we got to talk about? Nothing.
I mean, do you want to,
What?
we can talk about Martin Scorsese? No,
That's
nothing.
good.
Bullshit.
No, Scorsese has. They said that a lot of the
Yeah, that half of the movie is going to be the face,
the younger
versions, the de-aging. I couldn't find
which is
it.
cool. And as we get closer and closer, it's on my most anticipated list. I want to see it.
Oh, yeah.
But there's a couple things I want to get into because right now you see the title of this video, the Oscars, man. They just run by morons. I would say.
Yeah,
Run by morons.
How could they have their ear so far away from the ground?
It's
like they
right?
have no idea what
It's
people are
insane.
talking about. How are they that disconnected?
Everything that they do is wrong.
Yeah,
like you
it's
look at
bizarre.
everything that they do is wrong. I mean, look at when they try to do this thing. Guys, we're gonna do a brand new category, the most popular movie, and everyone goes, "No, thank you. That's stupid. You're horrible. Cut it out." And they go, "Just kidding," and they don't do it. And now they're going, "Guess what, guys? We're gonna cut down and just give you the popular movies, and we're gonna cut back on all the hardworking people that edit." That do costume design and give it during the Dove soap ads. It's like,
Editing and cinematography, I think, are the absolute.
What are you
How
doing?
in the fuck
What
are
are
you
you do-
not?
what are you doing?
Going
Not
to
to
give them
mention
their
the host.
place, give them their time. I mean, you don't have the movie will not look good, and the editing will be all over the place, and you're going to give it to these guys during commercials.
We're shining a spotlight on the people who constantly already have spotlights shown on them. Like what a
because they're making a television show. That's what they're doing. They're not putting on an award show. They're making a television show.
Yes.
And what they want to, and the way that and there's two sides to look at that. Again, it's like the thing is the majority of people who are really locked into that show are people in this industry. That's who's
Yes.
locked into it. There are other people who casually watch and say, "Oh, it's the Oscars. I'm supposed to watch it." And that's what, they don't give a shit about the cinematography and the editing. A lot of people don't. The hardcore film fans, movie fans, they want to see and they want people to be recognized as they should. It should not be cut out because it is especially the other thing too is it shapes the minds of people who want to get into this business as well. So if there's some young kid who wants to be in film school and he or she is watching this show and they have a really an amazing eye for cinematography, it shines a light on cinematography in a grand stage that you are taking away from these people who are wanted to be inspired, and it's morons. Who's the president right now? Because fire them,
John
Fire them.
Bailey.
Fire them.
That's who announced it.
Get rid of them.
I agree. It's unbelievable. Everything that they say. I'm like, you didn't ask one other person?
No, the Kevin Hart situation, everything. It's a mess. Everything is a mess. I mean,
That's also on Kevin, but
100%
but now
it is, but
how
the way
they
it was
dealt
handled,
with it
right?
after
That's what I'm
is
saying.
like
That's what I'm saying.
You know that
Like,
Simpsons episode?
who's hosting? Alex? I don't even know who's
No one.
hosting.
No one's hosting.
No one's hosting. So just
No
like,
one is hosting.
So literally,
Yes.
yeah, literally.
No
if you're-
one's hosting.
You're right. If you're the
They're
craft
getting rid
services
of this.
table, you can walk up and just host for a second if
Yeah.
you want, and then go take a dump and then do whatever you got to do.
Yeah. Do you think that is why they cut some of these because they don't have a host to like move
Balance
the
it.
show along?
So this-
Well, they keep wanting to cut down on the time and move it along so it's like under 3 hours so people get in and they know it's a shorter show.
If I'm Bill Bailey or whatever his name is, I'm just saying, you know what? Let's just cancel the show. Just announce the awards. This is how we're doing it today. Congratulations, Momo Edwards. You win the best award, and we're done.
Yeah.
We're done.
Here's the
Cancel
thing
the
for
show.
me is, okay, you have this huge grand TV show, right? And there's never been an episode where they're like, you know what my favorite part was? The performance of the songs. Just nominate the songs. That's like 35 minutes of the show. Is like they perform the songs that are nominated for best song.
You don't like the songs?
But if you're going to take away categories from people that did things for movies, and you want to shorten the
I see what
show,
you're saying.
just get rid of the songs, the interpretive dancing, all this kind of stuff.
They just want to take away the. I mean, because then that's like some of the most entertaining
But they tried.
stuff.
They were going to do 2 songs, and it was only going to be like Lady Gaga and Black Panther. But then all this pushback, they went, no, there's 5. So I'm wondering if we're going to see yet another change.
They're going to change.
And it's Sideshow Bob stepping on the rakes in The Simpsons.
They need to stop announcing stuff is what they need to do.
Right.
Because they're like, this is what we're going to do. And everyone goes, no, that sucks. Like they need,
oh, just kidding.
They need an advisor. They need somebody with a clear head on their shoulders.
I almost wish that they stuck to what they said, though. Like, you announced this popular category. We all thought it was stupid, but, like, maybe just do it because you said you were going to do it and then let us all. Because what if you were going to fold on it that quickly?
They don't know what they're doing, though. It's a mess.
And I don't know if I actually think that, but it's like they are always testing the waters. And now we know as fans, if we make enough noise, they're like, never mind.
Louis Daly needs to go.
Well, here's the thing, too. Okay, listen, if you're going to take away categories, why not just... and I'm not saying to take away the categories, but just... If you tighten the show, I get people are always going to go over the bigger stars are going to go over their speeches, yada, yada, yada. But if you're going to take away awards, just take away the short films, okay? Do those during the commercial breaks because nobody knows where to see them. The only one that you saw were the ones before animated movies and documentary short. Nobody knows where to see any of these movies, right? Nobody knows how to vote on whatever. They know that a person gets up there and says, like, I did the cinematography for Black Panther and I did a hell of a job. I deserve to be recognized. The short films you can do during the Christmas break.
During a Christmas break, that'd be something.
The commercial break because nobody knows where to see them. There's not like, hey, there's a Netflix shorts section because there isn't.
And it's also not attached to one of the bigger movies that's being nominated for like Best Picture.
Yes.
So it's like when you have the cinematographer who's not being, I mean, he's the reason. The DP is the reason why it looks the way it looks.
Correct.
It's like what do you do?
The director's not holding the camera.
Yeah.
The editor.
Look,
that is insane to me.
What is Biff Bailey's background?
John Bailey. He's the president right now. He's the governor.
Ron Bailey.
He's president.
Sits
On the board of governors. As a representative of...
Where did he come from? The Sam Bailey.
He's the cinematographer's branch. So this is interesting.
Right.
But they are...
He's from... and he's cut in his own category?
Yeah, the board of
Larry
governors. So
Bailey
they must have...
is a real douche.
So this is what they're
Isn't
saying.
John Bailey the name of the...
Yeah, it's yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's
So
not
listen
that
to
John
this.
Bailey.
A video demonstration
Right, 'cause
of
Fred
what
Bailey.
the new format will look like it was shown to
Erwin
the
Bailey.
various branches. So it said to included most of the presentation, minus the winner's walk to the stage, and then include the spirit of each winner's acceptance speech. So we're going to be coming back from break, and while you missed it, cinematographer, get up on it.
wait,
It's like thank you, and that's it.
What is the spirit?
Yeah, exactly.
Here's a question I have though, and this is a joke within a real question. So Scout Bailey is the president, right?
John Bailey.
He is the president.
Cameron Bailey.
Right. Is the president of this thing. Now, every year, Tom Bailey goes and they have these conversations. They have the president comes out and talks. Cut your speech, motherfucker.
Yeah, get out. Exactly.
Nobody knows you, and nobody cares what you have to say. Thanks for coming to our award show. Please don't poop in the aisle.
If Erwin Bailey gets up there and has a 5-minute speech,
I'm going to throw tomatoes. I'm throwing tomatoes.
And they cut cinematographers, get out of there immediately, Mark Bailey. I don't need you.
Get off the stage, Stephen Bailey.
Every year when Gary Bettman brings out the Stanley Cup to hand to the winners, he gets booed louder than anybody's ever been booed before. Okay? And that's going to happen to this. Everybody's trying to be respectable, but you know the Peanut Gallery, Manson's going to be up there like, boo him!
Goodell gets booed everywhere he goes, too.
Yeah, Goodell, but not like Gary Bettman if you're a hockey fan.
If I'm Carl Bailey, I'm not going near that stage.
Yes.
Because it's like the second you walk up there, he should get heat booze.
And now the president of the Academy, Aaron Bailey, John Bailey's brother, to get tomatoes thrown at him.
Yeah.
This is my favorite last line of this as they did the speech. Bailey concluded, so buckle up. We are committed to presenting a show which we will all be proud of.
Yeah, he sent the article and then he took a SWAT shield and just sat down and waited.
That is the biggest buckle up. It's really a great show, right?
As he goes underneath this chair and the earthquake just begins.
Well, I was reading some articles about the Grammys yesterday because I sent out a tweet. I don't know if you saw it, but I sent out a tweet. Halsey hosted SNL this week. I have no idea.
Halsey.
They said Halsey on the show.
Oh, it's Halsey.
Okay, well, she
so
said
someone
Halsey. So
anyway, someone that we don't know who it is.
No idea.
Right.
She was like, ladies and gentlemen, your host, Halsey. And I was like, who?
Oh, she hosted? She
She
didn't sing?
hosted and sang.
Oh, okay.
And I was just like, wait a second, who is this human being?
Right.
Because I saw a clip of an SNL thing and I was like, who's this girl? Why's she talking? Is she a new cast member? No, it's this person named Halsey.
Right.
I have no idea who she is,
Halsey.
what she looks like. She said her name was Halsey on the show. Pull up
Now,
the thing.
who's younger, Halsey or Deli Beebe?
Deli Beebe.
Is that
Dua Lipa.
whatever.
Correct.
Right.
Donnie Brasco.
Right. So who's this person that you're talking about?
New
Halsey?
phone. Who dis?
If you say, guaranteed.
How do you pronounce Halsey?
I don't know. Everybody calls her Halsey. Maybe it is Halsey.
Oh,
She
would
walked
you
on
like a nap?
stage. Jesus.
I forgot what is happening.
Everybody calls her Halsey.
I learned it was Halsey.
I do not. I don't see
Cinematography, am I right, Riley?
Oh, yeah, you're totally right.
Let's
All right.
hear it. How do we pronounce it?
Ron Bailey.
Yeah, unbelievable. Halsey and Ron Bailey are going to be doing a. True Detective. I'd rather watch True
I'm only
Detective.
halfway through the Sunday episode.
Oh,
And?
man.
It's unreal.
It's great.
But
so
I
good.
have-
The ending. Just wait till you see the ending.
Okay.
Oh, is that Halsey?
I'm going to answer some fan questions
Okay,
right
here we
now
go.
sent in especially for me.
Okay.
Allison from Jersey City asked, how did you come up with the name Hopeless Fountain Kingdom?
I don't care about that.
Have you guys not seen her commercial where she's like,
And as I was growing
it's the hardest song I've ever had to write.
Who is this person? This is the person that.
This
hosted?
is Halsey.
Is she a good
And
singer?
her name's like something. She's very
Halsey.
Italian. She's from New
Oh.
Jersey. Her name's like Brenda Nicolette.
I'm surprised though because you watch
Lucatese.
commercials. She is one of the most played commercials there is right now. But on,
Which one?
Do you watch them on your computer?
I don't know.
She reminds me of
Maybe.
Pink.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
kind of. Her voice does not sound like Pink.
No. Was she a good host? No.
I mean, she didn't really do any jokes. She was like, I'm from Jersey. I've always wanted to do this. Are you guys ready for a great show? That was
Right.
legitimately.
Was she popular?
I think so.
I guess so. She's hosting and
She's,
singing.
yeah.
I don't know this kind of music anymore. I gauge things based on what my 22-year-old sister talks
The fact
about.
that you don't know it and you're like 28.
Yeah, I know.
It's like
And she is like the hit.
she's like the thing.
The thing.
Right.
They wouldn't cut her if she was Erwin Bailey's friend.
No.
All right.
But she's a good cinematographer.
Great.
Yeah.
Just hell of a job.
Did we
editing.
get?
Hell of
Did
a
we?
job.
It didn't say it. How to say it?
Nah, it doesn't matter.
I'm gonna pull it because the SNL guy goes, "Ladies and gentlemen, Halsey." You know, like the
Yeah.
SNL guy.
Well, he probably screwed up too.
Or everybody calls her the wrong name. You know who I learned we've all been calling the wrong name the other day?
Roxy.
Gal Gadot.
No, it's Chrissy Teigen.
I don't know. who that is.
Teigen, not Tegan, huh?
She said she was like, I'm so sick and tired of people calling me Chrissy Teigen. It's Teigen.
Yeah, it happens all the time.
But like,
I just realized we've been
So-
calling him Frank forever. It's Frank.
Yeah. And I'm clearly.
Les Francs. Frank Lugatich.
Yosh.
Yosh. Yosh.
Yeah. You guys
So it is.
pronouncing my name right.
It's Halsey.
Halsey. Huh.
So who was right?
Take that, Roxy. I'm out.
I said so many times you might be right. Everybody calls her Halsey.
Well, they're all wrong.
Yeah, totally.
Everybody's wrong. Timothee Chalamet, what's he doing down there?
He's the Chala-mayhem continues. He's wearing floral suits. People keep tagging me in his pictures.
Yeah?
I'm like, yeah, he stole
He's
my
doing it
look.
right. That kid's got the right career,
Oh
man.
man, he's crushing it.
He's doing it right because
He's
you know
in
what?
Dune, man.
He's
gonna be
crazy. Who's his agent?
What is Dune?
It's the David Lynch movie, the old school David Lynch movie.
The Frank Herbert book.
Yeah. We'll
The
take
David
it.
Lynch movie is fine.
Yeah.
But the book is incredible. So.
Well, this kid has been doing it right. He's started off. That's the thing. That's how you build a star. Whoever his agents are, smart. They give him these. They know the kind of talent that they're working with, and they pepper him in these movies, these smaller little roles. He shines in these little roles.
Timothee Chalamet, you're talking about?
And then
Yeah.
he keeps popping in these little roles, and then he gets a big role like Call Me by Your Name, and he's all over the place. And then that's when you start to put him in the big budget movies. And the first big budget movie you do is not like a big, huge IP like Dune, because it's not a huge IP. It's a known IP.
It's a known IP, but it can become
But it's not
huge.
Star Wars. It's not Marvel. It's just, you're sticking them in this type of thing. That's right. To make this particular IP even more huge than it was by putting a talent. I think this is a smart move
I'd
by
like
his
to
agent.
poke a hole in your theory there.
Ooh.
Okay. I get what you're saying, and it totally makes sense. okay?
Yeah.
And I always think about. I was watching an interview with Sarah Paulson, and she's like, "Listen, there are some actors.
Her name is Sarah Paulson.
There are some actors who
Paulson?
have their choice of projects early on, and there's some that don't. Right? Timothee Chalamet happens to be part of that with 0.001%, like Daniel Day-Lewis, where he booked a couple things, and then he books a movie like a Call Me by Your Name or something, where nobody knows if it's going to be whatever,
Right.
and then he gets nominated for an Oscar, whatever the case may be. That's not like the agent playing it. He booked those roles, and
Sure.
they.
No. But the agent, listen, but the agent and his team, whoever his teams are, they read those scripts. And they're looking and going, this role, this Call Me by Your Name, you got to do this. Do this with this director. He's up and coming.
You
These are
don't think he
conversations.
auditioned for Call Me by Your Name?
Of course he did.
Oh,
What I'm
okay.
saying is, though, if you've got to go in for this role.
Once he
This
was
is-
offered the part,
Right.
they
Like,
said,
you've got to do this. The offer's on the table. Take this role. This is perfect. We want to do this. Work with this guy. You guys are on the same page. And it's just there's a team. Like people don't give the teams that these people, because I've said it a million times. I think Zac Efron might have the worst team possible. Now I don't know what's going on with this Ted Bundy movie. I haven't seen it. Hear good things about it. But he is a good actor. He's really good. He has been booked in shit. Like, he has some really garbage roles.
I don't disagree.
Garbage. And he is now going to be...
Garbage? You want to call garbage, boy?
I have to call it garbage. And he's going to be in this movie, hopefully that... Maybe he fired his agent. I don't know. You don't get status updates on who the new team is. But if he did enough research, maybe he did. Happens all the damn time.
The Chala-mayhem continues each year.
it's so
year in and
crazy.
year out.
Like this is what I feel
Been waiting
so
for that one. It's a good one, though.
so far away from it is that he's the heartthrob. Timothee Chalamet right now is like
the millennial heartthrob.
Yeah, and he looks like a child.
He is very young.
Like he looks
How
like
old is he?
20?
I think he's 22 or
He's
something.
9? I don't think he's 9.
I think he's like 22.
Nice pull.
He legitimately looks like a 14-year-old.
He's 4 years younger than you.
He's 23.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Like
Yeah.
Mark my words.
he looks like a child.
You guys, Dune is the type of story that I think David Lynch made that movie he wanted to make, and it wasn't very accessible for people.
Yeah.
The story itself is very accessible. There's a mythology a la Star Wars that could really work, and it's Denis Villeneuve.
Oh.
Watch out.
Yeah.
This thing could
Denis
go
Villeneuve?
huge.
When is that? So that's the question. Is Dune the next Star Wars?
I think so. I love the book.
Huge statement.
Is there
The
one
book,
book?
is it? No, there are a number of books. Can it be the next Star Wars? I don't know, but I mean, I have gravitated to that book for many
But
many
you think
years.
it could?
And I think it could. If
So
you,
give me a breakdown
if you,
for those people who don't know what the hell Dune
Yeah,
is. What is
please.
it?
So there's a bunch of planets, right? That whoever controls the spice controls the universe. There's a spice planet
Hold on.
called
Sorry, go back up.
what?
It says Dune, and there's a picture of
Beautiful boy.
Who's running the Dune page?
There it is.
Smart. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, so there's
really
a planet
Dune
that like this duke and this family take over, and there's another kingdom that's going to take them out to control the spice. Now, when you
What
take
is the spice? It's an item.
Drug?
it's like a drug. It's on this like sand planet that if you take the spice, you can become kind of a seer. You get special powers.
good cast.
And so Timothée Chalamet is playing the part where he has to escape, and he goes to live with these people, and he starts to take the spice.
He's playing Paul, right?
He's playing Paul Atreides, and then he's our Luke. Yeah. Are you thinking? Yeah, thank you. I'm so impressed with
you. I was
your
playing Lady
knowledge of
Jessica.
Dune.
Yeah, I hear
good.
Oscar Isaac's playing Duke, which I'm really excited about.
Oscar Isaac is playing Dune.
Well,
Yeah.
it's rumored that
Rebecca
Zendaya is
Ferguson?
playing Shawnee. Is that all right? Is that true?
I don't know. I think
Yes.
so. I think I heard that too.
Yeah, Snyder had that scoop.
I am curious to see this movie though, because like you said, I think Lynch's version was very strange.
It was strange, and I
Yeah.
think if you do a straightforward adaptation, like we've seen Denis Villeneuve do these wonderful adaptations,
Yeah.
like Sicario, all these different movies that are, straightforward. But
Yeah.
he can do it.
All right, well, let's see. That movie's going to come out eventually. All right,
You forgot to talk about Stellan Skarsgård as Baron Harkonnen.
Yeah.
I did.
Skarsgård's gonna
I
be
feel
great.
like Danish Kristian Harloff really
Huge
big
fan of
fan.
Stellan Skarsgård.
Oh yeah, what is that? So joining us today is Danish Christian Harloff. How are
It's
you?
been a long time.
It's
I
been a
haven't-
little
has
bit.
not been here with you very much.
Not since the Macuga debacle of the suck my dick scenario. That we
Oh
ran
yes,
into.
I was
Yeah.
not a very big fan of the sucking of the wieners.
Yeah, you were okay with it though. You said it was a common term.
Well,
where you're
yes,
from.
in Denmark we were always just doing that to each other.
Right.
It's more common, more acceptable.
Yes,
Right.
correct. But it's also we love our sausages, so it's just there he is. There I am. I'm a very lovely person.
All right, forget it. We're gonna move on. All right, we're gonna move on. All right, let's move on. I want to
If
get
this guy one day finds our show,
the poor
I'm
guy.
so
the,
happy.
poor, the poor guy is probably walking around in a market somewhere, and then it just
Lovely day with my children,
Yeah.
listening to my Stein
Yeah, and,
Bromsen.
and somebody walks up and going, "How's Stom Bromsen, Christian?" It's like, what?
You're
How do you
Danish
know?
Christian Harloff.
He's like, how do you know I like Stom Bromsen?
They're all walking around like, "Hello, Danish Christian Harloff."
Yeah, poor guy.
Poor
we
guy.
have to get him one day.
I would love to get a phone call with him.
Yeah.
He's probably bailed on his social media a long time ago, 3 months ago. All
Who
right.
are these assholes?
Now, even though we said that John.
See translation. Oh,
What's that?
I got to see the translation.
No, don't add him as a
Don't
friend.
add
Stop.
him as a friend.
No, I just want to see translation.
Now, even though we said that James Bailey is the number one most hated villain right now, I got another villain that I think is trolling the fans on purpose.
Oh, no.
Trolling the fans on
Do
purpose.
we know this person? I
We
want to try
know
to
of
guess.
him. You know of him. And when we get back from the break, Roxy, we're gonna lose. She's out for the day. She's doing
Rox.
more important things apparently.
Not more important. I'm just going to get stoned.
That's
so.
fine. And Macuga is going to step out for a second.
Sure.
Reilly will be in here as I talk to Ryan Satin because Vince McMahon is doing some douchey stuff over in the WWE. We'll talk about it at 9. At 9? Yeah, 9. Oh. Hello, Collider fans. I'm Kristian Harloff, and you see my stupid name in the background because that's my other show. It's One-on-One with me, Kristian Harloff. What the hell is it? I just sit down and talk to people. I literally just sit down and talk to people about what the hell's going on in their lives and their careers, and it's a long-form interview show. Originally, it aired on Collider Video as far as the YouTube channel goes, but we moved it on over, and it's on the Collider Video podcast, Collider Podcast, on YouTube. Go on over there if you want to see the video and to see the pretty faces that I'm talking to. Had some great guests over the past. And we're going to have a lot more. And there's going to be people that maybe some celebrities or actors and actresses, producers, writers, all that stuff. But there's also a lot of the people that you know around here. I could have Copster on there. I could have Jeff Snyder, John Roca, Mark Reilly, Roxy Striar, whoever. And I'm going to find out more about them. Long form, and also go to Apple Podcasts and check out the One-on-One feed with Kristian Harloff. And not only is my show on there, Mark Reilly, the Reilly Roundtable, which is another sit-down, long-form interview show, that's also there. And when Steve Frosty Weintraub talks to Kevin Smith or George Takei, that's going to be on that podcast feed also. So if you're taking a long drive and you like those long-form interviews, pop on the One-on-One with Kristian Harloff. Give it a rate, comment, do all that because it helps the show and it makes Podcast One go, hey, you know what? Those people should get ad money.
Oh, hi guys. It's Perry here, and I am going to tell you about The Witching Hour. It is the show that I host along with Collider.com's Haley Fouch. It is in podcast form on the Collider Factory feed, and we also have the video up and running every Tuesday for you right there on the Collider Podcast YouTube channel. We talk about everything horror. We're talking TV, movies, the newest releases. We talk about movies that are celebrating anniversaries. We've even talked about books. It's crazy. If it is scary, we are talking about it on The Witching Hour. We also have so many filmmaker interviews, really cool stuff. It's all coming your way every single Tuesday on The Witching Hour. Check it out. Collider Factory and the Collider Podcast YouTube channel.
Hello, Collider Live. My name is Amy Dallin.
And I'm Coy Jandro, and we host a little show we love called Collider Heroes. Boom! And it is all of the things we love about movies, TV, comics themselves, all the breaking news, trailers, photos, but not paparazzi photos.
All of the superhero stuff we love, all of the indie comic stuff we love, all the stuff you had no idea was based on comics.
80 years of comic lore have led to this show, and many years in film and TV, and we're living in a golden age of comics, and we want to share all of that zeal with you folks.
So we talk about the stuff that's coming out. We talk about what we hope is coming out. We do fantasy casting of things that should exist. Why don't they exist?
And we do your Twitter questions asking directly to us what we think of certain things. And every single week, since we both actually love and read physical comics, buy and print, we have a comic pull list where our 5 biggest favorite books of the week come out, and we dive into those with you guys.
You can buy digital. I'll forgive you. As long as you're paying for your comics. It's all good.
But if you buy in print, you can bag them and board them, and then they're worth more later, because comics are like certain things from the 90s that are totally worth the value. Buy comics, buy in print. Digital's never worth anything later. Buy in print, keep comic stores alive.
Or we can debate collector's items all day long. We can debate casting, we can debate movie news. We can have all of our friends come join us, as we frequently do. We can ask professionals about their work. We've had some amazing guests come by the show.
Yep. We try
and
to
you can catch it every Wednesday.
That are on these properties that also love comics. You hear what it's like from their perspective, from inside, from outside, and this is all with the focus of bringing all this news to you guys. And we're here every Wednesday on Collider, and we love this stuff and want to share it with you guys.
We'll see you then.
Josh.
Hey guys, Reilly here, and let me tell you about the Reilly Roundtable. That's right, they gave Reilly his own podcast. The Reilly Roundtable is on its new home, and that is One-on-One with Kristian Harloff on the iTunes feed for Podcast One. It drops every Thursday. The Reilly Roundtable is a little bit about everything. It's about movies and life and movies and everything in between. I like to have on special guests for discussions like Justice League versus Batman v Superman, for discussions about wine tasting, for discussions about UFOs, and everything in between. That's right, the Reilly Roundtable drops on Thursdays on the One-on-One with Kristian Harloff podcast feed and later on Collider Video's own podcast video network. So check it out every Thursday, the Reilly Roundtable. See you there.
Hey everyone, this is John Roca. You know me as one of the co-hosts for Collider Sports Time every Monday on Collider Sports YouTube and podcast channel. But we got another show on here. That's Collider Sportsbook. Josh Macuga, the Wild Man, he hosts that one. I join him on those, and they're a lot of fun. We break down the lines and the predictions with the over and unders. A lot of stuff going on for all the NFL games and some select college football games as well. We do that every week. We also do special ones on Thursday nights for those Thursday night football games. Let you know where to put your money, what bets to put down, who to go with, who not to go with. We give you a lot of information, and we give you our thoughts. You know, Josh Macuga, he does it by the gut. I do it more from the statistics point of view, and every once in a while, Mark Fernandez even joins us to throw in his 2 cents on the Thursday night sportsbook. So there's a lot of sports action here on Sports Time, on the Collider Sports YouTube and podcast channel. Join us there. Subscribe there. Definitely on the podcast channel. We need your downloads, subscriptions, and views there. So give us some love on Collider Sports, and we'll talk to you soon.
What in the world is that? It is the time to talk about everything on Collider Live, and we have replaced one Roxy Striar with a John Macuga, not John Macuga.
John Macuga.
John Roca, and we replaced the Macuga with Ryan Satin, tagging him in. I never thought that would happen. So tagging him out.
You got a big upgrade here.
You got a big upgrade. And now
You're welcome, Collider Live.
And Mark Reilly has gone nowhere.
I'm right here. What are you guys talking about?
Well, you're the producer. If you don't know, they're all fun. Yeah, look, we talked about how horrible the president over at the Oscars right now, Shushu Bailey or whatever his name
Bailey.
is. He's been making horrendous choices that are just he can't win. Like everywhere he goes, he's just, we're gonna do this. No, we're gonna do this. That sucks. I feel that's what Vince McMahon is doing right now as well.
Oh, good call.
I think Vince McMahon right now is doing a George Lucas, Jar Jar Binks thing. They are, and like I said, just to give people back history here too. You guys, a lot of you guys have been following the show. You know I wrote for the WWE a long time ago during the Attitude Era. I was a hardcore wrestling fan for a very long time, and then I took a really long break. And then once the Schmoedown kind of kicked up, I started tuning back in for research purposes, and I found myself becoming a fan again and really liking the new talent. I think the women's division is bar none the best thing that they're doing outside of NXT, which I think is the best product that they put on. But over the last year, I have seen the storytelling and the booking of that company go in the shits. I mean, I feel like it is awful. Like, they are so out of tune with the fan base, and I think that is why an AEW was able to garner this type of support. You got the billionaire who's giving them money because people are hoping for that mix of sports and entertainment together. And I also think it's going to give the WWE a big kick in the ass. They're going to see them change their product dramatically once AEW, if it's successful. But I just watched last night, and what had happened last night. Vince McMahon and the McMahons in the storyline are telling we're going to give the fans what they want, and now they're not doing it on purpose. And I called it on this show a while ago. I've been talking to Ryan Satin about this too. Becky Lynch, who is arguably their biggest star that they have, and it happened organically, not in a writer's room. It happened because the fans embraced her, and she became like the next Stone Cold Steve Austin in the women's division. Could have went up against Ronda Rousey in a title match at WrestleMania. It could have done bonkers business, and we knew it. We knew it was going to happen. Legacy time. Let's get Charlotte Flair in there one way or another. And then last night on Raw, Ryan, they announced this thing, and the internet blows up. Ryan Satin from Pro Wrestling Sheet is here to talk about it, as long as with John Roca, who also hosts a show with Ryan Satin on this very network. And Ryan, Am I wrong that Vince is trolling the audience?
Well, for those of you who don't know what he didn't get to actually what happened on Raw last night as well in the troll part of things, but so they announced that because like he was saying, everyone wanted to see Becky Lynch versus Ronda Rousey in the main event, and then last night they've had this really convoluted storyline going on, and they at the top of the show they announced, okay, convoluted stuff is over. Becky Lynch, you're going to fight Ronda Rousey in the main event of WrestleMania. But then the end of the show came, and Vince came out and said he's taking that away, that he didn't accept her apology, and that she was suspended for 60 days, so it's going to go, her suspension lasts until after WrestleMania, and so her replacement at WrestleMania is going to be Charlotte Flair. Now, we all know as wrestling fans, Becky's still going to be in the match. It's going to be a three-way now, clearly. They're going to find a way to get there. 100% trolling, 100% trolling from Vince McMahon.
Why is he doing this?
Why is he doing this?
Just because he can? Vince?
I would say it's this. I would say it's a couple things. I would say that one, in my opinion, I think that they have always wanted Becky Lynch versus Ronda Rousey to be the main event of WrestleMania 35. That's why it's one of the reasons they brought Ronda Rousey in. I think that their plan from Royal Rumble to WrestleMania of this year was to get to an eventual main event of Charlotte versus Ronda Rousey. And like you said, they had this whirlwind thing happen with Becky Lynch that they were not expecting to happen. The whole reason they were turning Becky Lynch was to keep Charlotte occupied for a few months.
Right.
So that she could
Get
then
to
get her Rousey fight.
And she was like John McClane, a monkey in the wrench.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
So I understand from Vince's standpoint of being like, look, my plan was this. We're compromising here. We're all getting what we want. I want Charlotte in the main event. You guys want Becky Lynch in the main event. Becky Lynch is probably going to win in the main event. So sorry.
And she's going to pin Charlotte, and Ronda's going to go out scot-free, which
Agreed.
is so stupid.
Probably, yeah.
Agreed with that. That is stupid.
It's so predictable.
It is.
I don't want to predict this shit. It's like it's so easy to predict, and they're making it easy for the fans to predict.
But also one more thing that I didn't say is at the end of the day, like it's really hard. I shouldn't say it's really hard, but it's hard to like get organic anger from fans, and they want you to hate Charlotte. Like they need a big heel going into the match because in their opinion, and this is just from what I've heard and from what I'm kind of putting together here, is that like in their minds, Ronda is still green in some degree to where main eventing WrestleMania is going to be tough for her, and Becky, as great as she is, she hasn't had a ton of main events in WWE, and so I'm assuming they're looking at it like, well, Charlotte has been a main eventer on pay-per-views.
Well, guess what? The Rock didn't have a main event until he did.
Yeah,
but his first main event wasn't WrestleMania.
I know, but still.
And Ronda has main evented massive pay-per-views for the MMA already, so she won't be overwhelmed by the situation.
But that's different.
They introduced.
Hold
on. I let you talk 10 minutes uninterrupted.
Let me just hear this.
I let you talk 10 minutes uninterrupted with your lunacy. I get to counter it a little bit, and I respect Ryan Satin to pieces.
Let me just hear his point real quick.
Yeah, my thing is this. I get what Ryan is saying. Absolutely, Vince is a stubborn old mule, and he will do what he wants to do. But what they're doing, and Becky has been playing this thing just perfectly with the hashtags shoehorn Charlotte, all this kind of stuff. Fans have really stood behind that, and they feel once again, instead of this being organic, this feels shoved down their throats like Roman Reigns was. It feels this way. Charlotte was left behind, should have been left behind. It wasn't her time.
Or fought Asuka.
Fought Asuka. She's had 4 or 5 years to ride the waves of being the most popular female wrestler. She's legacy, she's heritage, whatever. Becky took her spot, and Charlotte should have just seated backwards. The WWE should have seated her backwards, let Charlotte take the spot, do whatever. Becky take the spot, lead her into the match with WrestleMania. What they've done now is taken an organic thing and taken a massive crap all over it. They didn't do this to Stone Cold. They let Stone Cold roll through this whole thing up until he dragged them out of the malaise and dragged them into the Attitude Era. And I think Becky could have ushered in a new renaissance here in wrestling, and she hasn't been allowed to. She initially started it. It wasn't what they planned. The fans turned on the WWE. There's nothing McMahon hates more than being told by the fans what to do, and now they didn't want to roll with it, and now it's all shoved in, and it's frustrating. Yes, it's frustrating.
Can I first point out how hypocritical you're being? Because if those of you on the Collider Live who do watch the recaps have heard Roka to ad nauseum complain about how green Ronda Rousey is and how she shouldn't be given the spot she's been given.
That's fair.
Now, because of Becky Lynch, she's deserving of a main event at WrestleMania.
Well, human beings can change their minds. That's how it works usually.
Right.
That's just the human beings can't change their mind. And what happened is what she showed at Evolution was really well done against the two
against Charlotte.
Against Charlotte, and then before that against the Bellas. Right. I thought she's been getting better and better.
Right.
Every single pay-per-view match, and I think she's got it right.
The Bellas was.
I think she's gotten better and better.
Main event WrestleMania.
No, I'm saying consistently she's gotten better and better in every one of these high-profile matches, and I think she is absolutely ready.
You don't think it helps to have a main eventer in the match a little bit
as far as wrestling goes? Your point is more than valid.
Yeah,
it is very valid, and you can understand the mentality behind it.
Of course, because I think there should have been a one-on-one match.
Did Charlotte carry Ronda?
But wait, you guys. Here's the real reason why. Here's the real reason why they're doing a lot of this triple threat thing. Too. Reason why they obviously always had it in motion, but another reason they said definitely do it is because they don't want Ronda Rousey to be booed anymore. They don't want their prime attraction.
She is a heel.
But to be fair, it's a business.
But they don't see her that way.
Well,
same way.
Grow the fuck up.
But it's a business.
But what I'm saying.
What's that mean?
But listen,
it means that you, the hardcore fan, think that she's a heel.
She is a heel.
The person like my dad, who is not the hardcore fan, who is normal viewer, does not view her that way. Like the majority does not view Ronda Rousey as a heel.
I'm a hardcore viewer. I do not see her as a heel.
Neither do I.
I understand that
they
a lot of her
everywhere.
Well, they started to because of Becky Lynch. Now listen. You know me.
Yeah.
But wait. But you know me, like I am on the train screaming, make it a one-on-one and let it be more of a sports type thing where you got Lynch versus Rousey and trust them. Who cares if they're green enough? Trust them. There have been some clunker main events of professionals. Roman Reigns has botched so many main events.
If I were in charge, I 100% agree with you.
So that's what I'm saying. So my point is,
we all agree here.
But I also understand.
I understand the mentality behind it. Sure. I'm just telling you that it's just lazy because it's the whole thing is that you're giving AEW more business, and what they should do, AEW, is find out when Becky's contract is ending. Find out.
She's not leaving WWE for AEW because
maybe not.
They're giving her a massive. She's gonna win the main event at WrestleMania.
I know. I know she won't leave. I know she won't leave. But what I'm saying is, get in the conversations. Find a way, because what WCW did right in the beginning, what they did terribly down the line was spend too much money on everybody.
And
but what they did,
put everybody in the NWO.
But what they did smart in the beginning was take that big money that they had and they offered stars to who, if they pulled them in, everyone went, whoa.
Well,
can you imagine if they landed? They won't.
No, I was going to say, they are working on things like that. Like we put on the site this week on ProWrestlingSheet.com that Dave Bautista is currently in talks with WWE to have a match at WrestleMania 35. But there's also interest from All Elite Wrestling, and they've expressed interest as well. So this is something.
Right. What about Ambrose? Is Ambrose going over there?
I honestly think this whole Ambrose thing is
far-fetched.
A little bit, yeah.
You think he's coming back?
What about
the way
Styles?
all this played out has been interesting. Yeah. I think Styles. I think it's whoever offers him the most money. I think.
Right. Yeah. Well, that's my point. My point is that there's someone else in the conversation now.
Yes.
And now that because AEW will steal somebody.
Yes.
And can you imagine if they were able to go and steal a Becky Lynch? Because Becky Lynch, I'm guaranteeing you, is not happy about this. Whether or not they give her the strap or not. The way that this all goes down, it stinks. Because she's not going to be able to be the first person. She's not pinning Ronda Rousey now. She's going to pin Flair.
And I don't think
I feel like they got a better chance of getting Sasha Banks first than Becky Lynch.
That's fair.
I don't. Yeah. I think you're right.
Well, she's been commenting on Jericho's things about All Elite Wrestling. She's typed survival.
But the difference is who's the bigger get right now.
Right.
Sasha Banks is a huge star.
Yeah.
But if you got Becky Lynch away from WWE, that's a shot inside the war.
Most people,
she's locked down.
If Sasha went, most people are like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
If Becky went, that's like, oh shit.
Right.
Like when they got Hogan and Savage and the Nash and all them.
Fantasy booking, yes, it'd be awesome.
Right.
But she's locked down for a minute.
Fair.
Yeah, she's locked down for a minute. But I will say this much: like, did you guys not? Okay, just as people who like stories, I personally thought that it was. I thought that it was really well done in terms of like a troll move of like getting everyone on this big high of like, okay, it's over. Becky Lynch is going to Mania, and everyone's like, yeah, girl, Becky Lynch. And then like, in the last minute of the show, Vince comes out and goes, never mind, F all you guys. And the fans are just like, ugh. I mean,
it's a good way to piss. It's a good way to piss people off.
That's how Daniel Bryan had one of the biggest moments in WrestleMania history.
I know, but it's a good way to piss people off. If you want to piss them off, it was a good way to do it for sure. But the thing is, you're just taking away and you're going back into my whole point yesterday of what Cody Rhodes is doing right and what you talked about on Jim Ross's podcast was going into the old school mentality of combining and making it sports as equal as the entertainment. Yeah. And because of a move like that, which is entertaining and people are booing, but you jump and all the way up here, it's just about the drama and the entertainment, and it gives you a subpar triple threat bullshit main event that everyone has seen a billion times over.
But to be fair, they're doing this because in their minds they are giving you a better match at WrestleMania.
That's what they think, but they're wrong.
But it's not. They're wrong. They're absolutely wrong. And the thing is, with Charlotte, remember, Charlotte got punked. As soon as Becky had her shit go down, Charlotte got punked. She was going to be all of a sudden, she was the face getting beat by the quote-unquote heel, and people were cheering the heel over the face. This is a Bret Hart, Stone Cold situation all over again.
Yeah.
People were done with Bret Hart when Stone Cold stepped in and did what he did, and even though Bret Hart won that match, it was Stone Cold who came out of this when he passed out in the blood.
Yeah, and they
it
made
was
Becky
Stone
tap,
Cold.
which is they blew an opportunity
with
there.
Asuka.
But they did. But
they
did listen to
changed
the fans.
Charlotte. They changed
Because
Charlotte to all of a sudden be heel when
she was
should have
getting
been.
booed.
She should have been the beaten face who stayed down.
They
She should have
gave
stayed
Charlotte
Wait,
Becky's
you're
gimmick.
telling me that you think that
they made her a heel to counter Becky.
It's frustrating here because
To take the shine off of Becky.
You're contradicting yourself here.
I'm actually not.
Because you're saying that they should have listened to the fans, but then they did listen to the fans by making Charlotte a heel because
I
she
didn't
was
say
getting
they
booed.
should make her Charlotte a heel.
You said they should listen to the fans.
And
they were booing her.
The fans were booing her because they didn't like her, not because they wanted her to be a heel.
It's
They
the
didn't-
same thing.
No. Just because someone doesn't like you doesn't make you a heel. People don't like Baron Corbin, not because he's a heel, it's because he's a jerk and he sucks. People,
If
there's a
Baron
difference.
Corbin started coming out and talking about how much he liked
Roman
the crowd,
Reigns,
and
Cena was a face and he got booed to the end of the world.
But at the time, I guarantee you were one of the people like everyone else who was saying they should turn John Cena heel because he's getting booed.
No, I never said
You've
that.
never said that you could just turn John Cena heel.
No, because he wouldn't have worked as a heel. Because of all the Make-A-Wish stuff. It wouldn't have worked. It wouldn't have worked. I was never one of those people that wanted him to be a heel.
People said the same thing about Hogan for a long time.
Well, yeah, but that's different. Hogan transcends the business. Cena never transcended the business.
Yeah. Well, anyway, listen. This can go on forever, and
it will.
I'm
and I was
nervous
going to
now
say,
for this Raw recap we're
I was
doing.
just going to say, it can go on forever, and it will. If you go to the Raw recap, they're going to go after each other.
Yes,
but make
pretty
sure you
much.
do that. You can check it out on.
For those wondering, though, I
Wrestling
did
Sheet.
hate the rest of Raw. I did hate the rest of Raw, and we are going to talk about
It's a
that.
disaster.
Yeah.
So wait, when's
We'll be in
AEW
agreement
debuts
of
in
that.
May? When?
They haven't really said.
Just do it after the 18th. That's all I'm asking. All right, guys. So thank you very much for joining us, Ryan. I want you to stick around for a second because I asked you some other questions. But Ryan's gonna check him out. Pro Wrestling Sheet. Go and check him out on Twitter as well at Ryan Satin.
At Ryan Satin. YouTube.com/C/Wrestling Sheet.
Do it.
We tag Macuga.
Oh yeah. McCook come back in. Get him away from his nap. So yeah, man, it's just like a lot of that. I just don't like the way that they're booking it. I think it's just stupid. I think Vince is. I think he's just so out of touch.
I agree.
Yeah, he's so out of touch.
You know what I learned in that whole
Yeah, I'm curious. What did you learn?
Absolutely nothing.
Oh, good. Okay, good.
I was
So
so
lost?
trying. You tell me, sit in here and
See what you can
interact,
get.
and I'm like, literally like that meme of Homer Simpson. I wanted to go into the bushes.
Oh yeah, you can bring the sword. Yeah, sure.
But I do have to ask us, like, when you're like, oh, that was a troll move and blah blah blah. And Vince McMahon, why is he doing this? Like, isn't that the point, right? Isn't that what he's doing a story?
Well,
like he sets it up.
Yes, but the problem is it's the way that it's set up from the beginning. The problem is that when there's one thing where if you're telling a story that is working right with booze, like for example, if you want to use Schmoedown for example.
Yeah.
So
that's how I understand.
But if you look at Kalinowski, right? Kalinowski throughout all last year was trolling Thad, and every time he would do another movie because the point was to make the audience hate what he was doing, and then finally he gives himself a title shot, and the audience hated him for it.
Yes.
Right? Hated him for it. And so you lead up, but the audience was still saying at one point, okay, what if he does this? So he's going to do and they're predicting what's going to happen. And we want to see this match. We want to see this. We want to see this. With Becky Lynch, she had gotten to a place where no one wanted to see Charlotte Flair in there. It wasn't like, oh, now they're going to be. We're getting so worked up, and oh man, can you imagine if he throws Charlotte Flair? If he throws Charlotte Flair in here, this is going to be great. Oh my God, I'm going to boo the shit out of her. She comes in. No, they're like, let Ronda and Becky go at it one-on-one and get the press for the first female one-on-one main event in WrestleMania history.
Yeah.
And they didn't do it. It's so stupid.
You know what?
You're done.
I'm done.
You're done. That was it. That
It's
was
the last
yeah.
I'm watching of that.
You're all done.
I took a
What are you
bullet
guys
for you.
talking
I
about,
sat
Modern
here
Family?
and
Oh, cool.
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 You want to go fish it? But
did you guys start talking about that where they're throwing the woman puking? Is that what this? All
no,
about?
we did not talk about that. Just
That's
just
independent
other stuff.
wrestling.
Yeah,
Got
just
it.
some other stuff they were talking about. Just
Good
look,
Lord. A lot of weird shit happens down
It's
there.
a big story in general in pop culture that's going on right now. And the one thing that they do have going for it is that they haven't had any stories that the public have been talking about.
Yep.
And the public has been talking about this story. So.
And all this week with Paige and Fight With My Family. So the female wrestlers are really eclipsing the male wrestlers. And this is the first time in history you've seen
I'd like
that
you
happen.
to see that movie. I think you like that movie.
I bet I would.
Yeah.
It's a good sports movie.
Well,
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
mean, I can say it. I don't know if it's going to happen too. We have some really cool guests that are coming in, B that we're working on. Jay Baruchel is coming in tomorrow for How You Train Your Dragon 3.
Yeah.
Train Your Dragon. And I'm excited to have him in. And we've been a big fan of his for a long time. So to have him come in here to talk about that movie will be fun.
It's our second straight guest who has shot a movie in Pittsburgh. So
Oh,
guess
yeah.
who's getting a Pittsburgh question?
She's out of my league.
Correct.
Yeah, that's a good movie. I like that.
Right.
movie.
Very
I like
well
him.
done.
I like that movie.
I like Jay Baruchel.
Get
So
the
that-
ice skating rink in Pittsburgh downtown. Yeah.
And we're working on it. We're working on it, and it's not confirmed, but we are working on getting Paige in here on Friday. On Friday to talk about Fighting With My Family. So we're hoping to get her in. We will find that out sooner than later, and we will keep you guys updated. But definitely Jay Baruchel tomorrow, and on Thursday, probably our biggest guest that we've ever had on the show.
Yeah.
From the hit series debuting on said day. Little Bobby and the Juice. Tom Dagnino and Mike Citizen will be in here, co-creator of Little Bobby and the Juice.
Sean Penn compels you.
Yeah. What else?
It's a talking pregnancy test.
Anything else?
The shoe fits, bitch tits.
So, such classic, intelligent lines as those will be uttered as we.
Pretty good.
Yeah. So we're gonna have Mike Citizen and Tom Dagnino will be here to talk about. Little Bobby and the Juice, the premiere. Mike Citizen, I think we could actually call the first Schmoedown player, real Schmoedown player. Like he was when I ran Thursday Night Fights. I ran Thursday Night Fights. He was like my champion. He was 5-0.
Wow.
And dude, and he was fighting savages. And he was knocking people out. And he was, you don't mess with Mike Citizen. The Jersey Devil. Is what we call them.
Yikes.
Yeah,
there's a lot of those out there.
Nice.
Yeah, not like this guy. This guy, we after he fought in Thursday Night Fights, he was 5-0. We took him to the Tough Man Championship. And he fought in the Tough Man Championship, and he won like 3 straight fights. And they dicked him.
God.
They dicked him. He beat this dude. The guy's name was the Barber, right? And so the Barber came out and was brawling, but Mike was boxing him, and he would pop him in the nose a couple times, and he got knocked down in the first round, but then he fucked the Barber up for the next 2 rounds, and the crowd starts screaming for him. But the main guy who ran it didn't like that Mike was actually boxing and not sitting there scrapping. So they fixed it to the Barber. But anyway, Mike's coming in on Thursday with Tom Dagnino.
So what time are they debuting? Are they debuting the episode here on the show?
I
or
don't
are they
know.
dropping it on the channel?
You never know with Tom.
Yeah.
I have no idea. So he's supposed to send me the episode. So just in case I decide that my decision to have them on was wrong. He's supposed to.
There's a 50-50 chance there.
50-50 shot. He's gonna. I've loved the trailers. I really have loved the trailers.
Really?
I've
You?
loved them.
Get out
I've
of
loved
here.
them.
No, man.
I've loved them. I told you my favorite was walking to Chipotle and the guy goes, "Hey, want a goldfish here?"
Goldfish, yeah.
It's my favorite.
We were over at Reilly's place on Friday, and Tom pulled me out back when we started talking about it.
Oh, was he bad at you?
He was like, "You're trying to submarine me," and I was like, "No, man, I'm not trying to dig you at all." He's like, "You said some offensive."
Yeah, he
stuff."
wasn't
I was
happy
like,
with
no,
it.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Oh, really?
No, we talked about
real
it.
heat. Okay.
We talked about it, and I
Tell me
didn't-
about this conversation because I'll bring it up on Thursday for sure.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
You're a buffoon. He thought that what I was saying about the show, that I was trying to sink it before it actually got a chance to swim.
Right.
And I said, he's like, you called it homophobic. And I was like, I don't think I called it homophobic, but maybe I did. If you go back and look at the videotape, it's perhaps that I said it. And I didn't mean to insult the guy or anything like that. And I felt bad because he's a good buddy, but he was honestly psyched that I gave him the compliment of, you don't think he's working, but he's always working. Right? And so we talked it out, and we're all good now.
All right,
it's all
good.
good.
We'll bring it up again on Thursday.
It
Try
was
to
good.
rehash it again.
Sure.
Good. I
Let's
came
rehash
out
it.
and there was like this weirdness, and I was like, "You got it," and then it was fine.
Yeah,
okay, good.
Great.
Yeah.
And he also looked like a 70.
What the hell was that outfit? You should have seen that outfit. He showed up
I think
in
I
my
saw he looked
place.
like a college professor,
Yeah,
right?
he looked
I
like
saw
a
it,
college
yeah.
professor.
He was like a 70s era Steve Jobs. Plaid pants, black turtleneck, glasses, the
that's what he
Steve
does.
Jobs glasses, everything.
He said he wore black for Cal. I'm like, there it is.
That makes sense.
I love Finstock, but I love his girlfriend more.
Oh, okay.
Just to deal with Finstock on a 24-hour basis.
I don't think she knows who he is.
Yeah, I don't. Like, we sat and
I
watched
think
football.
she does.
Really?
Well, we sat and watched those championship games over at BW3, and I was just watching her watch him.
Right.
And then the weird dude that came over to hang out with us, who I don't know if we can say too much about that guy, but it was a lot to take.
What's his name?
Oh, that guy.
That dude, yeah.
Who is it? Can you say his name?
I don't know his name. I just know that
He was
a
on the C
friend.
train. He was on the C
He was
train.
a friend of Tom.
I bet you I know exactly
and this
who it is.
guy,
This guy.
This guy was on.
I bet you I know
something.
exactly who
Within
it is.
half an hour, he was sitting on the waitress trying to get her number.
Yeah, and he was saying
if
the
Citizen or
dumbest shit.
if Citizen or Tom are watching right now, please, I know who they're talking about.
Oh, was it Mike? You said, "Oh, jeez, I hope it wasn't."
No, it wasn't.
Julie was-
Is this the guy that's always hanging with him?
No, this was a different guy.
He hadn't
and
seen this guy in a while.
Hadn't seen this guy in a while.
I know.
He was the assistant of somebody. I can't remember.
I know who it is.
And he said
is
a
he
few
Scott
things.
Messick's assistant? I
Might have been it.
I really want to
That
know.
might have been
I
it.
know.
He's a recent assistant of someone famous.
No,
Scott
I
Dixon?
know. No. There's a guy that I was at. A lot of my buddies like moved to Venice, and they were living in Venice for a little bit, and they kept talking about this one character who was a real fucking weirdo, and they used to bring him by.
In Venice, surely.
No, but there was what was his name? I'm gonna.
I don't want to say his name. I don't want to out the guy.
You know his name?
I don't want to out the guy, but it was a lot to take.
Oh yeah, I don't.
And I was moving further and further away from his area.
Write his name down because I want to see if it's the same.
No,
I'm
not
just write
gonna
it.
get in trouble.
No. You're not in trouble. Just write it. I won't say it. Write his name.
I don't need.
I want to see if it's him.
Julie was going to murder him.
Yeah.
Like literally, she was grabbing a knife.
Yeah,
because he was saying the fucking dumbest things, and I'm
Yeah.
like, "You okay, babe?" And she's just like, "Who the hell is that?"
Was
guy?
it just very offensive?
Very offensive.
I
Then
think-
he was drunk and he was like in the bathroom
I
and he
don't
was
know.
like talking to the guys as we're waiting to get in and out. And he's like, "What's up, guys? Yeah, guys." It's like, "So what are you doing?" And he's texting and he's doing weird
I gotta
things.
find
And
out
he
who it
was high fiving the Chiefs fans when they had good plays, and then he was high fiving
So
the
he's just out
Patriots
of his
fans, and he was going like, "Go Tom Brady, go Tom Brady," and trying to start some
gotta
shit
find
with
out.
these guys.
I gotta text
that's-
Danino and
there's
ask him what his
nothing more
weirdo's friend name was.
annoying than the
And ask him
annoying
if we
guy
can-
at the bar.
Yeah,
And then
ask him if we can
halfway
bring it
through
up
the
on the
fourth
air.
quarter, he started to apologize to everybody for being annoying, and then he started ramping back up again. It was insane.
Well, should we bring him on the show?
Jesus
Should
Christ.
call in.
Well, if you could strap him into a chair.
Yeah. Well, yeah. We didn't deal with them the way these two did, so
No.
maybe we probably want nothing to do with the guy.
Yeah, because honestly, there is nothing more annoying than the annoying guy at the bar.
Right.
Like you add the at the bar thing, and you're just like, God, this effing guy, and you know you're always a target. He won't leave you alone.
No.
He's drunk. He's like, yeah, come on, you know him.
Right.
Yeah. And I
Just met him and he treats you like you've been buddy for 15 years.
Correct.
It's the worst.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's the worst.
All right, look, here's what we're going to do. I want to take some Twitter questions, hashtag Collider Live. I'll take some phone calls also. Did you get a chance to listen to any of those songs that they made? You heard them. Okay.
All weekend.
They were so
They
good.
were great.
They were so good. There were like 4 of them. They were really good ones.
I got one. I got to say one thing at the end,
like
the Hitler
clickbait
one.
Oh, that was good, right.
But all the other ones were fantastic with them of you two doing what you're
well,
doing.
so there was
That's
another.
not how you play air guitar. You have never played guitar, Macuga.
There's another one. There's another one, by the way. Yesterday, Roxy had a couple lines. She wanted a song.
no way.
Can you play the country song, please?
Put me in a song. Chicken and beer, chicken and beer, clickbait, clickbait. Chicken and beer, chicken and beer, chicken and beer, chicken and beer. Little bit of clickbait.
So good, so good. I love
that's
it.
great.
I just want more songs. That's all. I'm going to play. If fans make songs, I will most likely play them every episode.
Do one of me in Spanish. Do one of me. In
Oh, the ones that
That'd
you
be
did,
perfect.
yeah.
Just call it spoonsmanship.
Yeah,
make a spoonsmanship song.
Still work done is spoonsmanship.
Done.
I made my big mouth.
Spoonsmanship song.
Apparently, Dorian texted Jack, and he was like, "They're just doing songs now," and they're like, "Yeah,
yeah.
GD, right? We're doing
Yeah,
songs.
so
They're
good.
gonna be legit."
Oh yeah. I love when I get notes from Jack and Dorian about the show. It's my favorite. When they give me notes on how to do Collider Live.
You better listen, Jack.
Yeah, I got so much. Oh, it's gonna be a whole Schmoedown show now, huh? Is that what it's gonna be? That's not a great English accent, but
I was gonna say, kind of sound like when a goldfish here. For a
that's kind of what it was. Same. You know, I was like, look, you know what? I won't talk about Schmoedown. Look, tickets are still available. Go to Schmoedownlive.com. Free for all, by the way. Free for all is 160 tickets sold.
How many fit in the theater?
Well, we can pack the bottom can be 400, but I want to open up the balcony and get another 300 up there because imagine 700 screaming fans for the free for all. Chicago's pretty much gone. It's like there's like 650 tickets sold already. We have about 150 left.
Still like
for,
2 months
for general admission. So I think that'll be gone because VIP and meet and greet are gone for Chicago, but they're still available for LA. This is the last Los Angeles event I'm doing all year. I might not do one for a long time. So if you want to see, and there's gonna be 35 competitors there. If you've never seen a Schmoedown, come to this one because this is gonna be the one.
It's standard LA to wait to the last minute to buy those damn tickets.
It's gonna be silly eventually though, too because it's like what I'm gonna start to do is I'm gonna have. Well, there's a bigger plan that I think that LA fans will miss out on if they don't get these things. We're moving on the free for all, and like I said, I can't wait for Chicago. And we have a May venue that is sizing up. July is San Diego, and we're looking to go back to August. Looking to go back to New York. Celebration is going to be a lot of fun. So much stuff that is happening. So.
Somebody tweeted you, I saw, that said, do you think that the Schmoedown is going to interrupt something at the PM hours of Saturday of Star Wars Celebration? And I got to be honest, nothing ever happens at night at any of the cons.
No, not really. No, I saw that tweet also. No, the event starts at 7 o'clock, and meet and greet will start around like 6. But that's why I did it on Saturday night because I believe from panels past or conventions past that the big stuff will happen on probably Friday morning and Saturday morning. Yeah, those will be the big because they want the news to kind of trickle.
Yeah,
out.
It's like Hall H in Comic-Con.
Right.
Yes. Like the studio presents, the trailer comes, and then you're off and running.
But Comic-Con can go out until like 5, 6 o'clock because there's so many different
But
studios.
Usually 8 o'clock. We're not.
No, this is one studio, and they're going to get their big news out quick. They want it to circulate throughout the news cycle. We will be on. I just want to make sure that all the coasts get it, and it's going to be. Yeah, it's going to be a big thing. So 7 o'clock. It's going to be the first time we're in Chicago. Look, New York went so well that we weren't planning on doing a second show right away. But after it sold out real quick and the energy in there, we went right back. So Chicago, I feel Chicago's going to be the same way. They're pumped.
It's a nice city, Chicago.
Yeah,
never been.
Down.
Never been. I can't wait.
It's a Cubs game that weekend too.
Yeah, there is. Yeah. I went in '94 for the World Cup. It's a nice city. It's a nice city.
The last time you were in Chicago was 1994.
1994.
Wow.
For the World Cup.
You were what, 35?
Wow. I was 124 years old.
Hey, listen. John Roca could have beat Mike Kalinowski. Hey, whoa! Roca was 127 years old. Look at it.
Back when Roca had his wits in 1923, no one could beat him. Merle, get out of the way.
He knew everything about Casablanca from beginning to end.
This guy knew everything about theater. I mean, you tell who stage directed Buster Brown. He knew.
He was so good at knowing theater, okay? They named a plank after him in every major theater. That's wood on the floor. You know what I'm saying?
He helped build the first theater.
It was there. It was him, Buster Keaton,
Right.
6 guys named Chuck.
He was there when Buster Keaton was born.
I
He
named
was
him
in
Buster.
the hospital.
He was there.
He
He delivered the baby.
Yeah, I told him to name him Buster. It was going to be Spike Keaton. I'm like, no, it's not going to work. It's Buster.
It was John Roca, 17 girls named Shelley, okay?
Right.
They were in Buster's room doing a big song and a dance number from Old Banana Pants. It's a great musical.
Him and Taft were close.
Huge buddies.
Don't get me started on that fat son of a bitch. William Howard Taft.
You had to fall out with
He wouldn't let anyone else in the bathtub. 300 pounds, you can't get in the bathtub with him.
It's like a vampire all of a sudden.
It's me, Taft, and Grover Cleveland.
Right.
Grover McGullicuddies.
Fucking Grover.
Back when I still had my knees. All right, listen.
Millard Fillmore was a party
I'll
animal.
tell you
Millard
what,
Fillmore.
Millard friggin' Fillmore.
All right, let's get some hashtags here.
I got one.
What do you got?
I got some really good news for you, Kristian.
Oh, yeah, what do you got, Ralph?
John Amos is actually alive.
Is that true?
Thank you, Janine the Machine.
What, did you think he actually died in good times?
Yeah.
No. I thought John Amos actually died.
He died in The Rock.
He died in good times
Holy
as
shit,
well.
he's still alive?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Why did I think John Amos was dead?
I went, oh my God. I was like, wait, I didn't know he died. I felt bad.
I just
Thank
killed
God.
John Amos. What a dick.
Christian.
Thank God.
I thought John Amos, I could have sworn John Amos had passed away.
He gave a bunch of interviews, like a year and a half.
Yeah.
I think you mean famous Amos cookies.
No. John Amos. Good. I love John
No,
Amos.
you know who
I just
it
haven't
was?
seen him in so long.
It was Tori Amos. That's who.
Tori Amos
Not
is
true.
gone.
She's still alive.
She's still alive. Yeah.
Well, that's awesome.
I almost said it.
I'm
So
excited.
all you Lilith Fair fans, Tori Amos is
Whoa,
still
whoa, whoa. Lay off
Mark,
the Tori.
I apologize.
Tori, John Amos apparently had something to say about the Coming to America sequel. What did he say? Can we bring up that clip? What did he say?
That's from 10 years ago.
Oh, it is?
Is it?
You better listen, Jack.
2 years
Oh, yeah,
ago.
2 years ago. See, he was doing a whole run.
All right, forget it. If it's from, I thought it was recent. Don't worry about it.
Talked about Aaron Spelling and shit.
Well, that's great. Okay, good. See, we did that yesterday. Now we did it again today. Oh yes, go back to that. Go.
Yeah. That was
all right. Yes. Bring this up, please. All right, Macuga, have you seen this yet? All right, go to the beginning. All right. So, Roke, have you seen this yet?
Yes, I saw it last
All right,
night.
so then,
This is
Macuga, I
madness.
want you to watch this. So here's a clip.
this wrestling?
No, it's not. It's not wrestling. So watch. There's a bunch of guys. What's the sound in the background? Okay. Yeah, just let me. I want to hear them arguing because I want Macuga to hear the arguing. But I want him to pick it out because what is that in the background?
That's the Conan clip.
It's the John Amos
All
clip.
right, yeah. Let's have this. All right, so listen to all this, and I'll because I know that the fans get upset sometimes when they're listening on audio, so I'll kind of talk. All right, so he's pissed off. I don't know, they're Ukrainian. I don't know what they are.
Well, he's trying to put on.
No, Macuga, tell us what you see.
There's a guy in a Speedo,
right,
touching this another fat guy with his shirt off.
And they're yelling at each other.
They're screaming at each other. His jeans are real tight. He's wearing Adidas.
Okay. So, what do you think's going to happen right
Screaming
now?
in language. I have no idea.
Okay.
Bad fighting.
Like a fist is going to come in here soon.
We'll
right?
see. Watch. So keep watching.
And then they're in some weird room with like bags everywhere and
It looks like they're
bottles.
making something. We don't know what's going on.
Looks like this guy's putting on pants on his.
Oh,
this guy
Riley, you
looks
just
to be
gave it
Riley,
away. What are
you
you
gave it
doing?
away, Riley.
real drunk.
Was I right?
You saw this.
No, I did
you
not.
didn't see
Actually,
this?
no.
Oh, okay.
That's why I was looking at it going.
Watch.
He's putting pants
He's
on.
been trying
pants on his
to. He's
head,
been
yeah.
trying to put pants on his head since the beginning of the video.
That's,
I was looking at it going, it
guy?
looks like a
Look,
pants.
this guy's and they're still arguing, and this guy's putting pants on his head. Look, he's got no idea. Drank a whole bottle of vodka. Look at him. Look, he's still putting pants on his head. He's had no idea. He's trying to find the hole. He just can't find it. He just can't do it. But he's trying to switch around. Look, he's so determined, and none of his friends they're not even caring.
They're not even helping him.
Look.
One guy's just screaming at the other dude.
No.
While this guy,
That guy, and the
just
guy,
keeps going.
and the pants guy looks at my
I
Uncle
mean-
Paul got stung by 7,000 bees. Yeah.
He's like, I don't get it. Where's
No.
the hole?
He's just trying so hard, and he's not even a word.
No.
Look, he's still trying. He can't. He just
He's
can't
gonna figure
do it.
this out.
You don't think he is? I don't think
he's
he is.
freaking pants, man.
Yeah. The best is that Russell
He
Crowe
has no
tweeted.
idea they're pants.
No.
Russell Crowe tweeted
Russell
this?
Crowe tweeted this out. That's where I found it from. Yeah. Look, he's still going. He's still going. It's like, now he looks like Snuffleupagus. Look
Now
at
he's like, I'll just go through one
yeah,
pant.
look.
He's trying to outwit the pants.
I knew Macuga would love this video. I knew. Look at him. Looks like the grimace caught in a trap.
Yeah, he's trying to outwit the pants. I love that.
Look, I love that the camera just gives up.
Yeah.
They just give up. So anyway, it's amazing. Thank you, Cody, for
That
remembering
hurt my
to do
face
that.
from laughing.
That's perfect.
So good. All right, do we have any phone calls, Cody? No, okay. Hey, you're in Collider Live. Who do we got?
Hello? Oh, there it is.
We had one.
All right, gone?
Yeah, they're gone.
All right, good. Thanks, Cody. All right, let's do another hashtag, and when Cody will give us a cue from Garbage Boy.
Hey,
Boy.
let's try that again.
All right. Hey, you're in Collider Live. Who do we got?
Hey, what's up? It's Matt Kearns.
Matt Kearns.
Shouldn't you be with your babysitter, your 10-year-old? What are you doing here?
Hey.
Shouldn't you be in the nursing home?
Wait.
Oh, that'll take a shot.
No, because you used that one already in San Diego, you 10-year-old. Come
Yeah,
on.
but not in the air. He didn't.
Oh, fair enough.
For the last, 40 years, Roca.
All right, listen. Kearns, before we get into what you want to say, I got to tell you, I was very upset because I like to look at the reactions on the certain channels that I like to look at to see how they react to matches. Big Take 3 fan, and I always like when Matt Kearns is on there because he's like a big fan. So I go after this huge. He's a big team action guy, right? So as this McWeenie and Drew Guy thing happens, like, oh, I got to see the reaction from Kearns. Can't wait.
Nothing. He gave you nothing?
There's just reactions and reviews to like musical theater or something on Take 3.
Kearns,
what's
what
going
the hell?
The problem is, it's just a busy time of year.
Is it?
Some part of work. Roca. See, some of us do this YouTube thing for fun, and we don't get paid. And so sometimes
I'm sorry you failed at what you tried to do in life.
Leave the kid alone. Go
No, I
ahead.
love Matt. Matt and I always ball bust.
Kearns,
He's a
go
good
ahead.
guy. I like
Finish
Matt.
what you're saying, man.
No, it just we wanted to do reactions. It was just busy. We're working. We're going to be doing a reaction for the Energita match. It's just busy times, and we just because it takes time. We have to record it, then we have to edit it to get a quality product out.
How do you feel? How do you feel about the team up between Drew McWeeny and Andrew Guy?
Well, first thing I gotta say about that match is 10 wins for Mark Reilly. Come on, out there.
What's up? Don't I have 10 wins at this point?
No.
Really? How many do I have?
No. Eight or nine.
Okay.
You'll get there.
I mean, if you put me in a match, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I also got to say, Kearns, thank you for the Cal tribute video.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Get ready.
Yeah.
Because it made me cry for hours.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic.
I'm very happy that you loved it, Mark. It was
the best.
When I heard about Cal, I make content to make myself happy, and which is something that I loved Cal every time I saw him. I didn't get to meet him when I came to Collider, but everyone I know did meet him, loved him. So it was something I could do for you, my friend.
Well, thank you for doing that. And before we let you go, you got anything you want us to talk about?
Okay, so it's a good thing Riley's here because me and my friends a couple of days ago we were having a conversation about top 12 superhero performances in movies. I, of course, huge Superman fan. Christopher Reeves is my go-to. I have some friends who don't think he belonged in the top 12. What are your thoughts on him?
Why are you
think
12?
First of all, I think you need new friends.
Yeah. A friend, really.
He 100% should be in the top 3. How old are your friends?
My friends, they're older than me. So, I'm 21. So
still, they don't understand what he did and how the superhero genre was not a thing. And it was George Reeves was what people thought of when they thought of Superman in the 50s version. And who is this unknown 6'4" guy from what, Yale? Yeah. And it's like who is this guy and why is he playing Superman in this silly Superman movie? And it was anything but silly. He brought, as Roka says, the gravitas to the role itself, and there was just so much that he was able to do that made you believe that he was Superman. He still is, and I think will be the best Superman we've ever had.
Yeah. Everybody knows. Look at him. He went to Juilliard with Robin Williams, and you see that classical training come in when he transforms. Watch the scene when he tries to tell Lois that he's Superman. He transforms in front of your eyes from Clark Kent to Superman and back again in very slight movements, body, language, eyes, everything. It's phenomenal.
Yeah.
But this is I agree. That's the scene I go to. And also the fact that he parts his hair differently when he's Clark Kent from Superman. They have that little detail as well he does.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think that was his detail.
But still, it was a detail. He was able to pull it off. But Matt, thank you for the phone call, my man. Appreciate you as always, my man. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Matt.
All right,
guys.
All right, cool. So Matt Kearns, let's do another hashtag there.
Yeah, let's do Kate Killmonger. She's always writing at us at Kate Van DYK. Worst Valentine's Day date or best? One year I watched horror movies and wrote dirty words in conversation hearts. I like that. I thought that was a fun question.
I tell you what, I love what I do with my wife now. We've made a tradition for the last 10 years.
What do you do?
Grill steaks.
Yeah.
I get steaks. I get like really nice, expensive steaks. We can't do wine yet because she's still coming off of this.
Yeah.
But we just have a nice chill. Throw the fire on because it's been cold in LA. Yeah. And it's just chill. I like those types of relaxing things.
Bring it over. You gotta burn it. Bring it over.
I don't need the big. I used to when I had past girlfriends or dates, go to the big restaurants and everything.
It's drama, man.
You got to make it a reservation 6 months beforehand.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Amanda and I, same kind of way. I actually got some steaks for this year.
It's the best.
And we're gonna go see the romantic comedy movie with Rebel Wilson.
Rebel Wilson.
Nice.
Okay.
And then, but we always
Your
stop.
choice.
We always, no, it was Amanda's choice.
That was a joke.
Yeah,
It was a yoke.
It
was a yoke. Yosh.
But we always stop somewhere and get a martini. It doesn't matter kind of where it is, whether it's like we're gonna go to the Groves or maybe the Cheesecake Factory or something like that. But we always stop for
You
martinis.
love the Grove.
I do
these
like
days.
the Groves.
Yeah,
bro.
Groves.
The only reason I moved where I moved before I moved in was because of the Grove.
Yeah.
I love the Grove.
Everything is
Walking-
there.
Everything's there. Everything you need is there.
Do they clean
It's a
up?
slice of Europe.
There's a lot of homeless people running around there.
Not at the Grove, but outside the
so I
area,
mean,
which is why I moved. It got
shitting all
too
over the
dangerous.
place.
It got too dangerous. Not just the home, but it got too dangerous. Lily doesn't believe in Valentine's Day. Made up. Thing. So we don't do anything. So I'm recording something that night, and she's off doing something else.
You lucked out.
So we're going out on Friday night because of the whole like getting a restaurant date, and it's too much.
Yeah.
So we'll celebrate Friday or Saturday night.
So she still does celebrate it. She just doesn't celebrate it on the day.
Right. She doesn't need to celebrate it.
Okay.
My worst was going to I was still trying to. It was like my first Valentine's Day with Julie.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, let's do this. I'm gonna do that restaurant thing, the courses and everything.
Worst.
And it was the worst experience I've ever had. I've never told this to her. She loved it.
Yeah.
But the food that they were bringing out, it was so fancy schmancy. There were things that I'm like, by the time the meal was over, I was so hungry because everything was small.
So small. I hate
and
that.
they gave, it was like this. And then they gave me the bill, and I about shit myself. I went.
They took a kidney and you left.
I went, oh my God. And she and I just kind of paid it and went, and she went, so what are we going to do next week? And I go, nothing.
Right. I have to go to the bank and get a loan.
I have to actually go drive an Uber right now.
Right.
It was
There's
the
nothing
worst.
quite like going to one of those restaurants in LA and it's like a foodie place and they bring out the dishes and they're real small and they're terrible and then your bill is insanity. It's not worth it.
Were you a big like Top Chef fan and all that shit back in the day?
I did like Top Chef.
I think that was the name of the show. There was this guy, and I if I looked him up, I follow him on Instagram. I just can't remember Marcel something, right? And he had the crazy hair. And he was kind of the villain in season 2. But he's got a restaurant in L.A. Marcel like Vignon or something is the guy's name is. And so when I went to Sundance for Fandango, we got into this. They had brought myself and Tiffany to this private event. There was only maybe 30 people that went, and he cooked for everybody. Dude, this guy was legit. I mean, the real deal. So much so that I still have told myself I got to go to his restaurant. It's like on Melrose somewhere, right?
But your meal would have been $1,000 a person.
Oh, easily. Yeah. But and it was worth it though. It was like I was full afterwards, but it was like when you watch on TV, you're like, how good is it really? It looks great, but But
that is so few and far between sometimes.
I know,
dude. It really is.
I know.
Some of these really expensive LA restaurants that people line up for, I've gone to and been like, it's not worth it.
No, I want to go. I want to go to this guy's restaurant because man, he leveled me. I wanted to stay there all night and just eat. I had eaten shit that I don't eat, and it was just like just give it to me. I don't care. The guy just prepared that. It's literally just a napkin. He just prepared it. It's delicious. Give me more. That's how good it was. Everything. So Marcel. What's his name? Marcel.
I mean, a lot of those people on Chef's Table too with Andrew Freed show are legit. I mean, it's.
Yeah, there he is. Marcel Vigneron.
Vigneron?
Yeah. Do you remember this guy?
Yeah.
Vigneron.
Vigneron. Yeah. What's his restaurant? What is he? I mean, I'm giving that free publicity here, but I don't care. It's worth it.
There's Roxy planning a cannabis feast with Marcel. That would be right up her alley.
Yeah, we should. The guy's great. I would get the guy on the show. Right, seriously. I'm going to try to find him. Find out who his publicist is. See if we can get him on the show. His food is delicious.
Yes.
Wolf. That was the name of it. His restaurant's name is Wolf. It closed? It's closed right now. Okay.
Woof.
Okay, I got to go. You want to go with me?
Yeah, I'll go with you.
I want to go.
Yeah.
I do want to go. I want to check this restaurant out. All right, let's take another phone call. Cody, got somebody? Yeah. Okay. Hey, you're in Collider Live. Have you been to Wolf?
Hello. Jerry? Uncle Leo? Hello.
Hello. Hey, you're on Collider Live. Who do we got?
Hey, this is Antonio from Bakersfield.
Hello, Antonio. How you doing, man? What's going on? What do you got for us today?
Straight up the 5!
Hey, I just want to let you guys know, love the show, but I want to know if you guys can talk about your guys' favorite Schmoedown match. My favorite Schmoedown match was Team Action versus Top 10. That was the funniest match ever.
One or
two.
Which one?
The first one.
Oh.
Where you guys just walked off and Andrew Guy went for the handshake and you weren't there. That was the funniest thing ever, man.
You have a weird sense of comedy, dude. You need to watch MacGruber.
Yeah. Cool. Favorite of all time. I
don't want to insult the fans, but it's a ridiculous choice.
I will tell you, just the fact that, because you're in here, my favorite match of all time, I think, is Merle versus Roca 1. I think because that match, that was the first match to me. It felt like a pay-per-view battle of the two best in the league going head-to-head, the unbeatable champion against the loudmouth Conor McGregor, and it was still to this day like 330,000 views.
Yeah,
it was huge. That's how Booker T found us that way. It was like trending. It was a big match. I think that would be my favorite.
Here's all the other Schmoedown competitors. Of course, it's gonna stay broken.
Right, yeah, right. Well,
shut up.
There's some other great. Look, Reilly's match.
So
with
tired of it.
The Shire Wolves was an amazing match.
That match, yeah.
That's been becoming my favorite.
So good.
My match with Sam Levine was fun.
Yeah,
because we just kept going back and forth, back and
that's
forth.
Sam's favorite match.
We've been talking about it a lot because it just was that kind of blow for blow, and like it was really fun. But Shire Wolves, who's the boss, I think is my favorite now.
You got one that you remember watching or calling that you?
There's a clear winner in this whole thing.
Which one?
When I beat Mark Andreyko.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That was good. I thought you would have picked in the first JTE one when you threw your shirt and ran around.
The beating JT was really fun.
That was good.
Well, I mean, I think the match that set the tone for the entire league was Bespin. To be honest with you,
Yeah,
I
it
think
did.
that's.
Yikes!
You
It's
know?
true.
I mean, it set the tone for the whole thing. Is that we can all create this madness around a movie trivia question, and it was it was a super fun.
It's
match
true
to be
that
part of.
that did set the tone for the entire thing because the Outlaw wasn't really fully formed at that point.
No,
it was just John Roker.
Yeah. We were kicking around with it.
Yeah.
And then I played Macuga afterwards.
Right.
The people forget that was a 1 point
Close
match.
match. Yeah.
I mean, I've only lost really badly
to me.
one time to Mike Kalinowski.
Yeah.
It was just roll of the wheel. Everything like went against me that day. But other than that, I've pretty much hung tough with just about everybody.
Your matches are exciting because, like the one with Finstock, that I was shocked.
Dagnino or Finstock?
Dagnino. I was just like, is he really going to lose this thing?
Dagnino was up by 6 going into the last round.
I
He
was
blew it.
shocked.
I thought it was dead duck.
Yeah. I would say my favorite is the triple threat.
No, it's good. You, Dan, and Reilly.
Yeah, even though I lost that one, that was the tension and the willingness of all three of us to go toe to toe with each other at that time. That's a great match.
Well, you can check all those out, and of course, free for alls are always my favorite too, and you can be one of your favorites too. Go to the match.
It's the only one I've ever been to.
Yeah,
been a part of.
March 23rd in downtown LA. Tickets available now. The Schmoedownlive.com. Come on over. A lot of the Collider Live crew will be there. Come and check us out. Collider Live will be there, and it is the Schmoedownlive.com. All right, what time is it?
11:53.
11:53. Let's do either. Do we have another call there? No.
Hello?
Oh, we do. Okay.
No.
Hey, you're in Collider Live. Who do we got?
Hey, it's JB from Ohio.
JB from Ohio. What's up, man? What do you got for us today?
Hey, cool. Nothing much. I just saw the new trailer, the J.R.R. Tolkien biopic that's coming out. Yeah, I saw the piece that who was it on .com? Dave, was it?
Okay. Oh yeah,
Sure,
cool.
Trumbore.
I didn't know that the trailer came out.
Yeah.
Is it good?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I like
Yeah?
it. Lord of the Rings has been yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
Who's playing Tolkien?
Nicholas Hoult.
Oh, Nicholas Hoult.
Yeah.
Who's playing James Robert Rogers Tolkien?
I've had enough of Nicholas Hoult after Favourites last night.
I thought he was great in that movie.
I just
Which one?
The Favorite.
Favourite.
Oh, I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
I really like that movie. The end stinks.
Okay.
Stinks.
It was here you go. It wasn't my favorite movie of the year.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Did you watch the ending?
Yeah, I watched the whole stupid thing.
You didn't think Olivia Colman was good?
She was fine.
Okay.
You know.
Now you're getting back to that attitude again.
Am I?
Yeah.
Well, listen, we got a dude from Ohio on the phone.
Oh, sorry.
When we give somebody some attitude, dude
Yeah.
from PA calling out a dude from Ohio. Where are
There
you
you
from
go.
in Ohio?
Cleveland. Shout out to Coy John.
Oh, yikes. God, here we go.
What do you think about? You must be happy.
All right, so you want that's what you want to know, ask about as far as the Token trailer? We haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, just dropped here for us.
But we will check it out over the break.
Yeah, no,
Are you a Browns
no,
fan?
totally fair.
Cool. Well,
cares.
thanks for calling in.
You a Browns fan?
No, don't worry about it. Thank you for calling in. Appreciate the phone call. We will check that out. Maybe we'll talk
Christian
about it
doesn't like to
tomorrow.
talk to people. He does it, and we're
Yeah, we're good. All right, last do a hashtag and we'll go home.
Yeah, I got a hashtag because we were talking Schmoedown. This is an interesting question from Brad Whipple. What do you
Jack is
think
going
of
insane right
Collider Podcast Network Schmoedown Tournament? For example, Team Collider Live versus Team Heroes or Team For Your Consideration?
It's something we can definitely talk about for
Exhibition.
sure. I mean, there's what we've been talking about right now is that for Star Wars Celebration, the contender match that we're going to have, that we'll find out who plays Alex Damon, that will actually air on Collider. That the contender match. So we're talking. Mark Fernandez and I have been talking a lot about doing collaborations. So maybe that's something that we can talk about for sure. It's not outside the realm.
Who versus who? Schmoedown
Well,
podcast?
let's put it this way: like Collider Live versus, say, Heroes, Jedi Council.
Okay.
You know, the different shows for your consideration.
Gotcha,
Mailbag.
gotcha.
Like
Can-
what?
yeah.
Like
Can
what
the
would
podcast
What are you
be
gonna,
involved?
You're going to team me up with Roxy because you're going to have to be on the Jedi Council team.
Right.
And then me and
Ken.
Roxy on the thing. Yeah, I mean, I guess Roxy and Ken are. They're not similar in trivia knowledge.
Well,
I'm
Ken-
going to
Ken-
carry that whole team.
Ken knows.
He knows
what
things.
he knows.
Yeah.
He's like, didn't he? He didn't play Dagny. He played Nost. Nost beat him.
Yeah. I'll be on Team Movie Talk with Perry. If Perry gets off FYC.
I think Perry-
Manson, Snyder. Oh, I'll take Snyder on
Right.
Team Movie Talk.
No,
Either
that's
way.
too, that's too heavily weighted.
that's
Me and
dangerous.
Snyder, come on.
No,
Were
you and
trying
Snyder.
to, trying to weigh it down? Come
You
on.
and Snyder are going to have to pick Jack and Dorian. Like that's going to be.
Yeah, there you go.
Sorry, that's how
All
it's
right,
gonna
listen,
be.
we're gonna go.
It's
We're
actually
gonna
not
get the
bad.
hell
It's
out of
fun.
here. Tomorrow we'll be back, and on the show will be Jay Baruchel talking How to Train Your Dragon 3. For John Roca, Roxy Striar, Mark Reilly, Ryan Satin, Josh Macuga, Cody and Alex, and the whole damn crew. We'll see you tomorrow. Make sure to get those damn tickets. Let's see you in LA, March 23rd, theshmoedownlive.com.